in the D4 crew with the top talent in the industry. We miss you guys and are looking forward to you guys being back here. Speaking of being back here, we are live once again.
Hey!
And in the meantime, I'll be running the table. I know, I'm terrified too. The subject matter tonight would normally be redacted for folks that don't have the proper clearance, but tonight you are clearance level 5 for the SCP Foundation. Yes, the incredible horror series from the SCP Wiki, which houses a collection of some of the best authors on Earth, is the basis for tonight's campaign. And if you've never read it, we are focusing specifically on the Resurrection Canon because it's my favorite. So good. I recommend that if you don't know what SCP is, you check it out after the stream. There's hours worth of incredible stories that will blow your mind and may keep you up at night. You can find them at www.scp-wiki.net. That's www.scp-wiki.net. All right, and before we go too much further, I think we're going to go ahead and knock out our sponsors. So,
hey there. It is Patrick Logan with D&D Beyond, as certainly may be, though it'll be short today. I'm actually using a different system completely for this. It's the Ethan system.
Yeah, Fake Core.
Fake Core. But still, D&D Beyond, the Ghost of Saltmarsh campaign. Also next week, I'll be reading the first chapter of our Mad Lib. Thank you so much, everybody who sent stuff out. It's been so helpful. It's going to be a raucous campaign of weird, conflicting personality pirates. But thank you, D&D Beyond, in any case, for sponsoring us again. Love you very much. Very useful program. Get into it as I'll demonstrate next week with everybody who's just created amazing things. Yeah, awesome.
Hi, Goblin Katie for Beetle and Grimm. And oh my god, they announced the new Platinum box. It is the box for The Descent, the game that has just been announced by Dungeons & Dragons. They are putting out, if you remember the Dragon Heist Platinum Edition box, it was ridiculous. It had, I think, like 25 miniatures. It had props, it had text props, it had battle maps, encounter cards, extra adventures, ridiculous amounts of stuff. They're doing one for The Descent. So it is $449 and then $30 shipping. Keep an eye on Beetle and Grimm's Twitter because I'm willing to bet that they're going to put out some discount codes. But this thing is going to be amazing. I know it's going to be amazing. I ordered one. So definitely jump on board in this. They're only making 1,000 of them. So you want to get your pre-order in now.
Yes.
They will go really fast.
Absolutely.
BeetleandGrimm.com. Do it.
So we're not using Sirenscape tonight, unfortunately, just due to the new setup. You might notice that things seem a little bit different right now. We're just trying a new setup for this one only. So we don't have Sirenscape tonight, but they're amazing. They are great. They will absolutely enhance your tabletop sessions. I highly recommend them. And of course, our newest sponsor, Eldritch Foundry, is you may have seen them in their Kickstarter that has already blown away their original goal. We're so happy they're seeing the success they deserve, and we're also happy that they're sponsoring us. Thank you, and keep on giving to them. It's worth it. And
don't forget to go check out merch at da4dnd.com.
Wow.
With really cool shirts that none of us are wearing right now.
because we're trying something a little bit different.
We're looking fancy tonight, as it was said in chat.
When we commit,
Yes. So I want to actually have one last shout out, and this is the most important one. Without the help of the original authors of these SCPs and their incredible works, none of this would be possible. Every one of these incredible people are ones I look up to in their bodies of work, and above all, I want to credit them for this tabletop stream. Without every one of you, my days would be filled with so much less intrigue, terror, laughter, and happiness. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Everything you guys work on is incredible. And here's the list as quickly as I can. SunnyClockwork, your art is incredible. Fantem, author of SCP-1913. Rock on. Lieutenant Masipag and all the other incredible writers who've done edits on 105. Sophia Light, the writer, not the character, though I love them both. I'll work up the courage to write to you at your blog at some point. AdminBright, Zen, thedeadlymoose, who I'm told was the originator of Resurrection, and thank you, thank you, thank you for the canon closest to my heart, genuinely. I've probably read it 1,000 times. DrClef, who wrote my favorite doctor. DrEverettMann, Eskobar, Crayne, djkaktus, Roget, Photosynthetic, Lurkd, Lord Death, Dr. Cimmerian, Dr. Cimmerian, Foggy Golem, Dexanote, A Random Day, Waxx, TheFriendlyVandal, and Far2. Thank you all for your absolutely incredible works. It truly means the most to me to try to represent the things you guys have put out here at this table. And without further ado, let's immerse ourselves into the world of the SCP Foundation.
Dun, 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 dun.
Contain. I almost did SPC.
Oh, we're good to go. Okay, well, we don't have that set up right now. Like I said, we have a different setup this go around, so we're just gonna move right on. Yeah. There you go. So our we're using a new system called Fate Core. You may notice this whiteboard here. So what is this whiteboard all about? Why do we have it? Well, this system requires a lot of creativity and narrative, and in so doing, I want to make sure you guys are just as aware as the players are of what kind of narrative they're creating through this system. It may not make a lot of sense at first. I recommend checking out some how-tos on this system. I'm not going to give you a full detailed kind of assessment of how the Fate Core system works, but it's incredible. It's free. You can check it out online. I 100% recommend it, and because of this system, this game is possible. So, we start off at Site 76. It's about in the Midwest of the United States, housing a large number of anomalous objects presumed to be man-made. We kind of zoom in on, we have two groups here. The first group we come across is the ones we have here, and if each of you could describe what your characters are, who your characters are, and what they look like, by all means, feel free. We'll start with one of the most well-known SCPs in history.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all. None. SCP-105, also known as Iris Thompson, is a European woman in her mid-20s. She has blonde hair and blue eyes. She's most frequently known for the Polaroid camera that she keeps around because her abilities include being able to take a photo, take the Polaroid, and manipulate the environment of the picture through the Polaroid as if she were reaching through a portal, as it were. She's been with the Foundation since she was 14.
Yes.
So almost around 10 years now she's been with the Foundation. I believe that's a good,
absolutely,
more or less description of her.
Mm-hmm. And you are also the leader of Alpha-9. And if you do not know what Alpha-9 is the second attempt by the SCP Foundation to create a team of anomalous objects that work together. Katie, if you'd like to go ahead.
Alright, so I am SCP-1913-1 and SCP-1913-2. SCP-1913-1 is what I like to call Agatha the cat. She is a porcelain cat, and she has black ink that just comes out of her at all times. And a small girl's voice resonates from the inside of her. And then that's 1913-1. 1913-2 is a shadow skeleton woman with a dog face that is controlled by Agatha, named Telly.
All right. And we're going to skip you for now. We're going to get to you.
Oh.
So, go ahead.
So, currently, this is SCP-6543. Currently, from a distance, in silhouette, it looks like a fairly overweight woman sitting in a lawn chair scowling at you as if she doesn't like being on your property. However, upon closer inspection, it is hundreds of rats that have assumed the form of a woman sitting in a lawn chair. Even the lawn chair is rats. Everything is rats. We are the Collective. We are a giant pile of cranium rats that you'll get what we're all about as time passes. But that's all we're saying for now.
All right, and finally,
All right. Hi, I'm Darcy. I'm just the loveliest of women, as you can clearly tell. But my powers include the ability to manipulate. Some people call it manipulating, some people call it favors. But I can manipulate people's minds to do whatever I want. And I always have a parasol.
What does Darcy
And
look
what
like?
does Darcy?
Yeah. Darcy looks like the exact wig that's on my head because Darcy is a wig. She takes over people's bodies. That's part of her mental manipulation.
The four of you are currently. Don't worry, we'll get to her.
Okay.
The four of you are currently in a kind of like they cordon you off from the other mobile task forces. Remember, you are Mobile Task Force Alpha-9, otherwise known as Last Hope. This is probably a few months after the New York City incident, which the collective is infamous for. And this is also
Government
Darcy's.
conspiracy done blown that out of water. That's what I'm saying. I see proof in my hands. That's what I'm saying.
So you guys, this is sort of your kind of comeback tour. You guys are always cordoned off from the other NTFs because you guys have experienced just about every kind of form of dislike, distrust. Generally, most people do not like to be around you, so they put you in your own specific area. The four of you are currently here as backup for the director of your program, Sophia Light, who is currently here investigating potential additions to your team. The four of you are kind of this area. It's got like a snack machine. All the cheese crackers are gone, all of them.
It's not even being eaten. They just kind of absorb the stomach slowly.
But the rest of it's still pretty there.
That's craft. That's good.
So
Craft.
the rest of you are there. You guys are generally just kind of by yourselves most times, and this is Darcy's first kind of outing with you. You're basically here on security detail, which basically means you're going to sit around for a few hours. So you guys can feel free to kind of interact with each other. If there's anything you guys want to do or look into while you're here, now's the time to do it.
So I'm only gonna bring this up once, but I'm just saying, we was promised by your government entity finest cheese. Finest cheese has not been delivered. That's all I'm saying. That's my grievance. You at least acknowledge my grievance.
Your grievance is acknowledged.
Fine.
You're still in very hot water from the New York incident.
What happened, if you don't mind me asking?
Keep in
Oh,
mind,
boy.
first off, this is government type speaking. Government speak is all like double speak and triple speak and quadruple speak. You know, I earn a living for my children and my children's children and my children's children's children. I'm sitting on 5 generations right now.
And
That's
hot
what I'm saying.
water from the New York City incident. So if you could please behave, that would be lovely.
You see the pile shift away from her very moodily.
Agatha, Telly is twitching next to you.
Yeah.
She always finds the darkest corners in the room and kind of hides it.
Yeah,
Can I be on the opposite side of that?
Yes,
don't
absolutely.
worry. Telly won't hurt you unless I tell her to.
Oh,
Telly, it's okay.
it's fine. I don't feel nothing. It's fine if she wants to.
She just likes dark places. But she doesn't do anything unless I tell her to. So unless you give me a reason, it'll be fine.
You notice that she is sitting on this pedestal that has clearly been built specifically for her. The oozing ink is falling into a pool of water that is at the base that seems to be diluting it and slowly making it go away, but it is never ending. It is always flowing off of her. Now, you have worked with her in the past on training missions and stuff. This is really her first time sitting with these three, and it's just kind of it's a little jarring for you.
Yeah.
You know, you're a wig of class, and they don't really seem to have a whole lot of that.
Do we know what that she's a wig? Or...
Yes, you are aware that she is a wig. You have trained with her several times. You've seen her be placed from one head to another.
Okay.
It didn't work until somebody took makeup, very nice makeup, and put makeup on that person's face, at which point Darcy woke up again.
You smell like a perfume from the 1800s, like you was a Civil War wife. That's good. That's all I'm saying.
And which one am I talking to right now?
Oh, you're
Mr.
talking to all of us. I'm Judy. I
Oh.
extend a rat hand Southern Belle style.
As you do this, we cut to Sophia Light, sitting in her office, Clef behind her, shaking his head at the screen. They're fucking pathetic. Dr. Clef is this individual who has one green eye and one blue eye and a hazel eye. Both of them are always seeming to absorb the light in the room into them. He has a long brimmed hat and a long coat. Where once you knew him as a svelte, fit guy, he's got a beer gut now. Some of his hair's falling out, but he's still Dr. fucking Clef. He's like, really, this is what they do. They sit there and they talk about 1800s perfume. That's what they do.
That's what they do until they're needed, Alto.
Great. And when will they be needed again?
I don't know. You'll have to ask the higher-ups about that.
Yeah, see, that's more your job sort of thing. My job is sort of fucking sitting around and waiting for them to screw up.
Yeah, well, it hasn't happened since New York, so...
Yeah. Gee, if only I'd had 20,000 rifles on me in that time to deal with that. You're really gonna give him another shot?
I am.
Well, that's fucking stupid.
They've had a year. They've had one incident that was major.
That you know of.
I think they're doing a good job. Comparatively?
Well, of course, Abel's not with them. It's a bit of a difference.
Slight.
Anyway, I gotta go check on Adam. She's working on that thing. You know the one.
I do. How's that going?
She'll be up and running. At any time now, you can be a puppet whenever you want.
How's she feeling about it?
Weird. About as weird as I feel about it. But
Probably not as weird as I feel about it, but it's necessary.
it's weird watching her only swing rights. That's definitely something.
Well, it's not exactly a good tool to use.
I'm gonna check on that. So I'll catch up with you, okay? Don't miss me too much. And he heads
Don't
off.
think it'll be a problem.
You see in his back pocket SCP-50.
You know you can't steal that. It's just going to come back.
He just walks out. You see something flickering in the corner of your eye. Then you see something flickering on the left. And when you look in front of your desk, there's a gentleman standing there. He's in a flannel green button-up shirt that's untucked. And he just got a pair of jeans on, tennis shoes. He's got a really kind-looking face. He's smiling at you, and he's got kind of hair, kind of messy. He's trying to slick it back, but it's too long. He's kind of let it go, and he's got a little bit of stubble going on. He's like, "Hey, that worked."
Hello.
Hi.
Can I help you?
Yeah, you're Director Light.
Director these days. Still a doctor.
I'm Jack Garden. I'm one of the leaders of the Serpent's Hand.
All right.
Before you start calling everybody here and doing all the madness, I promise you're going to want them where they are in about 10 minutes or so.
What's going on?
We'll get to that. I'm here because I see a shift in the jailers. I see a new look at the anomalous. And when I look at that, I said to myself, who's that at the top? It's you.
All right. Details are helpful.
Okay. What would you say about seeing the Wanderer's Library?
I would be very interested in that. What sort of price would be?
Leave the Foundation behind.
It's not an option.
Maybe not to you right now, but I promise you if you come with me and see it, it will seem more viable. There's answers there to questions I know you've had.
If that's the price, then I'm going to decline.
Sophia, do you understand the amount of work I did to get this to happen? The amount of death threats and madness I had to go through?
I don't think death threats are that big a deal at this point. I'm sitting in my office wearing a bulletproof vest.
And I can go to any universe I want whenever I want to. Don't you want that? Don't you want that?
There are more important things.
The most important thing is that people get answers, and you agree with me. I know you do. The Wanderer's Library, is the answer. We can show people the anomalous. The Foundation is looking at things in a different light. The jailers are not jailing everything anymore, and that's progress. I'm not trying to get you in trouble or get you killed. I'm trying to help you. You believe in them too. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing this.
I'm not turning my back on the Foundation, especially not now.
What if I snuck you in? I showed you the truth, and you saw what was in that library. Would you do that? On the basis that you don't tell them what you saw. This is just you and your team.
And will be returned.
You'll be returned.
Unharmed.
Unharmed. If you want to make an empathy roll, you can. That would be the roll.
Would,
That would be your, that'd be the roll to see if he's lying.
Yeah, I would like to do that. Thank you. Oh, that's good. So
Did you roll 2 or 4?
I rolled. Oh, I have to roll 4? Yeah.
Yeah, you roll
Always
four
four.
every
Yeah,
time.
you always roll 4.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, better. You're welcome.
Wait. Oh, yeah. I have gloves on. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
All right, so that's going to be 5.
Awesome. You 100% think he's telling the truth. You feel desperation on him. Like he really believes in this. But you also get the feeling like he's probably going to get in a lot of trouble for being here. Like, you get the feeling like when he's saying like all the death threats and stuff, he's saying there's a big risk I've taken trying to reach you. And he just kind of looks at you hopefully. I mean, this is what you got into this for, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't have some kind of deeper knowledge. I just have the things I've gotten from research. And I'm telling you, if what you want is answers.
When you reach over, press a button on my phone. Oh.
Yes?
Could you please assemble Iris and the rest of her team and tell them to come to my office?
He kind of looks and he's like, and he shakes his head. He's like, it's good that you guys are going to be together, but I can't take you today.
I'd like to discuss it with them.
Very well. You guys see Sophia Light's, basically her assistant. He comes walking up and he's got a dog with him. Mango. You all know Mango.
How many rats get inside Mango?
I'd say a good
amount.
50.
He's
He's a big dog. He's a big
He's
dog.
a pretty dog. Though.
Yeah, very pretty dog.
What type of dog is he? As a
Oh God.
assistant?
I don't know offhand.
I don't.
What? You don't know what kind of dog?
I know. I apologize to everyone.
Probably some sort of lab.
I think he is. I know he's a big dog.
He's a good boy.
So
He's a good boy.
Bo kind of comes into the room with you guys and says, Director Light would like to speak with all of you.
Government's calling. I guess we gotta go answer. And I push myself out of the lawn chair, and as I do, it kind of forms with me.
Alright, Iris, are you doing it or am I getting telly?
Iris reaches into a bag and pulls out some very long gloves. Latex gloves. Pauses and goes, "Here we go," and picks up Agatha.
All right.
Don't be too rough.
I know.
Okay.
Telly kind of and
Hi,
kind of
Telly.
immediately follows at your word. Do all of you go?
Yes.
All right. It's a long walk through winding, dull hallways. There's some small color coding on the walls to kind of indicate where people are and what they're doing. So like you see a research lab, you see a lot of doors, a lot of locked doors. Every time you guys pass any of the guards there, and they're all heavily armed, they all kind of glare as you pass.
Hi there.
Not at you though. When you say that, the guy goes, "Hi," and his friend elbows him. You guys continue along.
I love doing that.
And you get to the director's offices, and Iris, as you round the corner, you bump into Clef. He kind of looks down, and he sees some of the ink is on his shirt, and he wipes it away, and you notice that nothing happens to him. What are you freaks doing out here?
Darn. Huh?
What?
We're going to see Director Light.
Yeah, I don't know what to call her anymore either. may I recommend Stupid Bitch? And he walks past you guys.
Iris, did you notice?
Yeah, he's weird like that.
Like, dead weird?
No, he's not dead. Just things don't work the same on him the way they do with other people.
He doesn't like me, and that doesn't happen.
Oh, sweetie, you're
One of the many,
Thank
many,
you.
many things
At this point, you guys are at the
Not-
door.
right with that man.
You are at Sophia Light's door.
Yes?
Knock, knock.
It's Agent Thompson.
Excellent. Please come in.
All right, you guys go in. Do you want to describe your office to everybody?
It is a very stark office. There's not a lot in the way of decoration. In fact, the only thing you see is a small statue of a monkey sitting on a block of wood that says, "To the cleverest."
Somewhere down the hallway, you hear, "Son of a bitch!"
Sophia Light just smiles.
Yeah, the door closes. You notice that all sound outside here mostly just stops when the door shuts. And there's also a guy in green flannel standing in the middle of the room. You guys see him as wispier and weirder than you do. You see him as very solid and there.
Mhm.
The rest of you see him as this wispy, kind of green, glowy guy. He looks very friendly.
Who's a freak?
He looks over and he's like, "Did that cat just talk to me?"
Yes.
We have a situation and a unique opportunity. An offer has been extended to us by a member of the Serpent's Hand.
Excuse me?
What's
Excuse me?
that?
Excuse me?
What's
Yeah.
that? What's that?
Yeah. Hi, I'm one of the, you could say leaders. I guess I'm just one of the
Like, what the
influential
fuck
guys.
are
So you
you
don't really
talking
have
about?
leadership.
What?
I would like to see if he has cheese on him.
Go ahead. Roll notice. Roll notice to see if he has cheese.
Would it be notice or investigate?
Huh?
I guess notice.
Let me notice.
Notice. 4.
4. You notice that when you start to smell for him, he doesn't emit a smell at all, except for a faint amount of magic.
Does it smell close to cheese?
Not really. It smells more like chemical.
I get back into my rat chair, slouch, and just stare.
Hi there, Mr. Serpent.
What do you need us to do?
I don't need you to do anything. I just want to show you some things.
We've been offered the opportunity to go to the Wanderer's Library.
How did you get in here?
Uh,
Wait, what? Sorry. This is a lot.
Now there are 2 questions of what's that.
Okay, I can explain. Serpent's Hand is a group that I'm from that specializes in explaining the anomalous and embracing the anomalous, like you.
Does
It's
he
a stupid
appear?
name. Serpents don't have hands.
No, they don't. And does he appear affected by me, by my presence?
You don't think he's in the room,
Oh.
so he does not appear affected. But he's still very nice, and he seems like he likes you. He's like, just like you. And the Wanderer's Library is where we do all of our work. Now, previously, if you were from the Foundation and you tried to come into the Wanderer's Library, you'd just be... Well, we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah.
But you, all of you, I've done a lot of work behind the scenes to make this happen, and I can show you the place. Not right away, not right now, because I've got about 3 more minutes, but after everything that happens here, I'd really like to show it to you.
After everything that happens here.
Yeah, there's a big cell of chaos insurgency about to bust through the doors.
Oh.
What?
What's
That
that?
would have been a helpful detail to let me know at the start of this conversation.
Yeah, but if I had, you'd have immediately sent everybody out to deal with them, and that's exactly what they want.
Chaos?
Understood.
Let me just say this. He checks his watch. Let me just say this. The airfield in the back. Make sure they don't get to the airfield in the back.
What is in the airfield in the back currently?
You go to check your computer. Oh, 616.
Shit. All right. It's a unique opportunity. The only thing is, he doesn't want us telling the Foundation.
I was gonna say unique is a very strange way to pronounce dangerous.
It is, however.
Come on, what has the Foundation ever really given you?
Nothing. Bodies.
Now, that is not the sort of thing
Friends.
that's going to make me want to go through with this.
Oh.
I don't know.
I think you've already made up your mind. You wouldn't have called them in here if you did.
Foundation information. I think they can deal with it. Not knowing for like a day.
Iris, it's your team. Are you willing to take them in on this?
Got this. Whatever this is.
Not a tail out of line.
Is it a squiggly line or?
It's library. You done speak up.
Yes? He kind of seems like flabbergasted. Yeah?
Would you have books relating to the findings of the finest of cheeses there?
I would say there's probably a fair few books on cheese, probably, somewhere in there.
The rats form into a ball and begin coalescing and chattering amongst themselves, and then form back
I hate it when they do that.
into something else. That sounds a fine idea to me.
People think I'm creepy.
Since we're limited on time, when are you coming back?
I don't know, but I will give you plenty of warning. And with that, he disappears, and klaxons begin to blare throughout the entire facility.
May I roll to make an advantage with shoot to check my gun, make sure it's all just
Absolutely.
all right.
So, I'm going to be putting the advantages that we have on this thing, and I'm also going to put the actual aspects. So, an aspect in this game is kind of a narrative description of what's going on. You can actually use them mechanically within the system. So, our location is 76. So, we're going to do some location aspects. And just for you guys at home, green is going to be the neutral stuff. Red is going to be enemies, and blue is going to be allies. So the aspects for here are containment breach.
Here we go.
Say. Which skip was it they were after?
He said it was 616.
16, thank you.
And just so you guys know, or really so you know, that is the demonic Boeing jet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
616 is a demonic Boeing jet.
You don't know that though. You just know. Oh, they said 616. I wonder what that is.
For the folks at home, they're all like, "What the heck am I missing?"
Yes. Containment breach. Chaos Insurgency invasion.
Here we go, guys.
Bless you, dear.
Here we go.
Wait
Can
till
I?
think written out.
While you're doing that, can
Yes.
I roll to make an advantage and name it Steal the Nerves to calm everyone down in my aura?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my.
So 5, is that right?
Yes.
5. Okay, cool. So what do you want to call that?
Steely Nerves.
Oh, steely nerves.
Either one's fine.
And what did you roll over there?
Oh, cocked. Oh Lord, not very good. I rolled a 3.
Okay, that's still worth 1.
Okay.
Gun check is what we're gonna call it.
Firearms check.
I'm looking for vents.
There's-
Vents, traveling places, anywhere within this room that I can hide.
There's not a lot of good places to hide. You go to look into the vents, and she has clearly done a lot of work to make every office she's in very safe from rat invasion.
Can I check for any supernatural properties in the room?
Absolutely.
It's rat-proof
You
and
need
fluff-proof.
I feel a distinct lack of trust.
Just so everyone
What'd you
knows, there's a strong smell of cherry
You
blossoms.
sense 2 presences in the room right now.
Is there a way we can pop it up just a little more? I think there's a little light on
Do
that.
I
was
sense where
noticing
they
that.
are?
Hmm?
Do I sense where they are?
Yeah, you got a pretty good sense. They are both standing behind Sophia Light's desk, and it's just 2 entities that seem to be somehow hiding their presence.
Okay. Telly, get over here.
She
Pick me up.
she takes you, it just kind of rips it out of your hand, and
And I'm like, go over to the desk.
so here comes Telly with Agatha to your desk.
What you got behind your desk there?
You do not see anything behind your desk.
There.
A bookcase.
Rats, you're smelling more magic
Do I know where the magic is?
behind Sophia Light.
Do I sense
Oh,
any
wait,
psychic?
I'm so stupid. I forgot to add the
The +2?
+2 for. So it was actually a 5.
You know exactly where they're standing, and they're outlined in humanoid shapes.
Okay.
So I just have a general sense.
Yeah, you have a
What's
sense
going on
that there is something that smells like magic behind light,
Hey,
and it's not the same thing. It's
Hey.
like it's stronger than the last guy.
Invisible people. Hey.
Okay, I need you to make a fight defense roll as two guys shift out of existence into your world, grab you, and try to shift you out.
Oh,
Ah.
yeah.
You notice immediately their chaos insurgency. Like, there's no hesitation. These guys are in the fatigues,
That's
the
not
full-blown gear of chaos insurgency cells.
Don't forget you have advantages.
good.
Yeah, there's a lot of advantages.
Yeah, I'm gonna use so I can use a stunt.
Yeah, absolutely. Stunts
okay.
are always on unless they ask for a faint point cost.
Okay, then I'm going to use my what is it called? Sorry. I'm new to this system.
I got the 1.23%.
Oh,
God.
nice.
I'm going to use Advanced Ritualist, which allows me to use lore
Yes.
in place of fight.
Absolutely. Go for it.
Ooh,
Oh!
Uh-oh. Did you get the other 1.23? She did.
Hey, this is a great time to teach you about the rules. Spend a fate point on one of your aspects, explain to me how it works, and you can re-roll that.
I am going to spend a fate point and use mission success and nothing less.
Yes.
I know that we are currently under threat.
Yep.
So I am on alert. And as I feel and hear the shift behind me, I want to try to move out of the way.
Absolutely. Go for it.
Ooh. Hey, you lessened it. You lessened it.
What'd you get?
That's going to be 4, 3, 3.
All right. They grab you.
Don't-
We're going to give you
Oh, no.
the aspect nabbed, which has 2 invokes for them.
The second they come out of existence, deform, a wave goes over all 3 of you. Just some
All right.
rats.
So we're going to start combat. So the way combat works in this game, there's no rolling the actual initiative. It is based on your notice. So, anyone with a notice of 5?
I do not. However, I have a stunt that allows me to use my shoot as a notice in physical conflicts where shooting quickly would be useful.
This is that moment. All right.
I'm actually going to use my on top of it and spend a fate point to go first.
Oh!
Am I right next to them?
You are right next to them.
Yeah. Can I just rip their arms off of one of them?
You are. What is your notice?
My notice? That's fair. That's
2. You're gonna go before them.
Okay.
All right.
I got it.
Iris, Darcy. All right.
+3 notice. for
Plus
me.
3 notice. What's your notice, Sophia?
My notice is, sorry, I got it, 3.
3. Okay, so you both are going to go on 3, and you can decide in what order each turn when you guys want to.
I would like to go first. So you were nabbed. I may free you.
I'm good with that.
Okay, and then Tedley. And then finally, the shifters.
Damn, they slow.
They very slow.
I'm okay with that.
It appears that they are wearing bulky gear that keeps them from moving quickly as they try to, the gear is meant to shift them. You 100% take a look at this gear and it's like, that is anomalous as fuck. There is only one zone. It is Sophia Light's office. Darcy, you go first.
All right, I'm going to step forward and use smooth over to tell them. Now, I don't know what y'all think is going on here, but that's not Dr. Light. You just need to calm yourselves and let her go.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. And
I
I
get
will
a-
roll to try to defend that.
And I get a +2 to my rapport to calm them down.
Alrighty.
Oh no.
That's
a 5.
right?
That's a 5. Well, the one they roll does not help them because they do not seem very willful. One of them kind of stupefies, and we're going to treat this as an advantage. So, we're going to call this one
Charmed.
Everything's all right.
Charmed. Is
Oh,
great.
charmed.
Charmed.
And what
Sure.
you rolled a 5?
I
Roll a
did.
1. You succeeded with style, which gives you 2 invokes. If you get 3 more than the target, you succeed with style. If you get 6 more than target, This is a homebrew thing. We give you 3 invokes. Okay. They seem stupefied, and they're just sitting there holding on to light. But it looks like the suits they're wearing are going to kick off regardless. So,
crap. What color are their suits?
they are. It's definitely not GOC.
Okay.
Like one look,
okay,
and you're like,
okay.
I'm not ripped to shreds. This isn't GOC.
That's good. Just like, that's right. It's Chaos Insurgency.
Yes.
Sorry.
So these are just kind of they to you. Well, when your turn rolls around, I'll let you make a notice roll that doesn't count as your action because you're going to notice something.
Cool.
Iris.
All right, I am going to quickly draw my sidearm and shoot hopefully 1 and 2, and although I'm sure only one of them will be taken care of.
Sure.
Non-lethally.
Non-lethally. Okay.
-1. And I have 2 advantages up there. So right now I have a 4. However, I would like to invoke the gun check to bump me up to a 6.
Okay.
Let me see if I've got any special stunts that help me on here. Would this be? Let's see. No, it's not lethal. I'm fighting. Sorry, I'm going over my stunts one more time, but I think I'm good. Okay, so yeah.
You got
so
6? Okay. You shoot. They are going to. He's going to take a little bit of stress, but not a huge amount. It seems like the armor kind of like your bullets kind of ping, 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 ping. You hit one of them pretty square. The other one, the bullets just kind of ricochet off. But that thick armor really kind of lessened the blow. You think if you got another good shot like that, he'd probably go down. All right. Rats.
Rats.
The collective.
You hear as the wave forms like communists done attacking, and and the swarm. I don't know if we'll be able to get away with this. I'm trying to pile on both of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to pile on both of them to just pin them to the ground.
Go ahead and roll me an advantage.
I would like to use the invoke Stealing Herbs.
Absolutely.
And Charm. Can I do both?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to
Awesome.
use all of them? Or do you want to save one?
We'll save one because I'm just pinning them.
Sure, absolutely.
I don't know what.
And roll. So you add a 4 plus your physique or fight or athletics, whichever one you want to use.
And I get +2 for grapples.
Yes.
And this is a grapple.
I will roll their physique to try to stop you.
Okay. So it's 4 and it's 10 is what you're trying to be.
How do you pin them?
Essentially what happens is the wave forms, you see half of her come up and just says, "You common bastards ain't gonna spread lies here." And he just like drops them down and tries to pull like draw and quarter style. The rats are pulling their limbs across so they can't even move. Yeah, for both of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they are. That is worth 3. They are
On both
trapped
of them?
as
Oh my
fuck.
gosh.
Rat pin.
Sophia.
Okay, you said I can roll a notice?
Yes. So go ahead and roll notice.
And at this point, is she let go? Or is she on the ground as well?
Oh, she's let go. Yeah.
Okay.
These guys are on the ground. There is a surging wave of rats just washing over them, with one of them shouting in a southern accent at them, "You best stay down," and shit like that.
I like that one.
Okay, I want to make
processes
sure.
won't work here.
I am brand new to Fate, so I want to make sure I'm calculating this right.
Absolutely.
I add my skill to what I roll.
Yes.
Okay, then that is going to be a
47.
Oh, I wish. That is going to be a 2.
Judging by their gear, this isn't top of the line Chaos Insurgency.
Okay.
It's really strange that they sent them in with all this crazy anomalous stuff and pistols. You
Yeah.
get the feeling something's wrong.
Okay.
All right. Now, what action would you like to take?
Can I roll over my desk since I'm no longer?
Yes.
Okay.
That, don't worry. Movement is movie based.
Okay.
Basically,
I want to do that, and I want to activate my earpiece
Mhm.
and contact Clef.
You immediately hear gunfire. Son of a fucking bitch! Yeah, come on over!
Clef 76A Magenta, Chaos Insurgency, threat to 616.
I know! Don't worry, we're getting it taken care of!
They're in my office too.
Oh, fuck me! And then he cuts off. she disappears.
Yeah.
Communist done teleported to the Marxist dimension.
Wait, they all teleport?
Huh?
Just her.
Or just
No,
her?
she
I
just
just vanished.
she disappears.
Got it.
It does not look to you like a teleportation. You can smell her clear as day, rats, and you can
false
feel
alarm.
her.
I can feel her.
Yeah, she's still there, but you can't see her. For you two, it's just like,
Here we
What?
go.
all right, Sophia, you can still do something if there's something you want. You made well, we'll say your action was making the call to Clef,
That's
and
what I figured,
you
yeah.
the klaxons are going. You'd think by now you'd have already heard a lot of machine gun fire, but you don't.
Okay.
Agatha.
All right, Telly, get me right in their face.
All right. Agatha just picks you up and Telly kind of holds you
yeah.
over them.
Right in their
I'm
face.
trying to
I
make
have-
space.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
All right.
Your roll's
so
high enough that you can
I'm
kind of.
I'm gonna use animal magnetism, where I roll with lore instead of provoke to intimidate.
Yeah, absolutely.
So first of all, roll before I say what's gonna
Absolutely.
happen.
A-okay.
I didn't even use the thing.
Yeah, we've got a little caged in area.
It's fine. All right, it's a 4.
It's a 4.
So
Okay.
okay.
I will roll their will. It is a 0.
Okay. Alright, so all of a sudden I have like a lot more ink just like super oozing out of my eyes. I'm just like, what are you doing here?
And when they see the ink oozing, a drop lands in the guy's face and burns a hole through it, and you see it hit his tooth, and it starts melting his tooth, and he's like,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Damn it.
I was trying to get information. Telly, pull me back.
pulls you back. They look exceptionally scared, and that is another advantage.
Well, that guy's goner. Sorry. Down to 1.
No, he doesn't look dead. It was only one drop, so it got through his other cheek, and
No,
now.
no, no.
Oh, is he done?
It consumes the whole body.
Oh, he done.
That one is.
Alrighty.
As we all begin to back up.
I guess that
the
probably would
body.
qualify as a fight roll for next
Alright,
time.
so
Yeah.
here's how he
That's
dies. It slowly consumes the whole body, but his every limb that's still there is still alive until the whole body is consumed.
Oh.
So you see the arms weakly flailing.
Huh.
I was trying to help.
He's that is one threat down. We're gonna treat that instead of like an advantage. You basically treat it as a fight roll.
Okay.
So sorry. Yeah. The other one's like, I'll tell you anything you want to know. It is their turn. I'll tell you anything. 30 rats go missing with him.
Oh, piss! The
Okay.
swarm is split. Not by my hand though. So we just.
I need you to make a d20 roll to see
Okay.
who's in charge of the 30
okay.
rats.
All right. I actually remember what this one is. The pile shoves for a few seconds, and then all of the rats begin to form and start singing.
Oh, no.
Oh.
What?
And begin rising.
The guy, you are in a sepia-toned like world,
Yes.
and like his suit is smoking,
Mhm.
and he looks up in horror at what's
As
coming
this
for him.
form, broad shoulders with a beard of rats coming down, as you watch one of the rats from the feet begin to extend to the head. Comrades and citizens, today is a new day for Rat Body. Today, equal parts cheese to all forms. I am Dimitri Rat. I am a rat for the people, for all kinds. And you, sir, you U.S. dog, capitalist, bourgeois thing you. Today is the day your kind dies, sir.
He like points the pistol at you. We're gonna have it is you and him in this place, and it is your turn because you have a higher notice than he does.
Dimitri Rat, filled with the righteous fury of the proletariat.
This is the greatest game I've ever. This is the greatest.
Fate core, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
I would like to, as Dimitri Rat, pick him up if there's any chink in his armor that a rat will fit. rats start going into it.
Yep. And you can
Rats
use
eat
every
it.
last one of these if you'd like.
I would.
All right.
All of the rat pins, I would like to just swarm inside of him. Like, I am crushing him physically, but all I'm doing is just shoving rats
Into the
him.
armor. Okay,
into
yeah.
the armor and then into him. If they get flesh, they are eating it.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a fight check and add 6 to the base.
Sweet. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Why don't you name him Rats?
Rats view?
Because
There's a naming fee.
Because all of the names have to end in Y.
Dimitri Red.
6 fight, so 9.
Including the 6 from here?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
9.
last 2.
Okay, got it. 9 plus 4.
Oh, it'd be last one. No. Yeah, 9.
Yeah,
No,
so
wait,
it's
okay, so it's
this
2, 4, 6, 9.
plus-
It is 9.
Okay, cool.
It's 9.
Right, yeah. I will roll. He's gonna try to stop it. He's taken out. What do you do to him?
Dimitri Red begins to say, it's like all parts of this body to be spread to the rest of the rat.
No!
And you see as he begins taking pieces of the body out, all of them are spread evenly amongst the body, including the head and the feet, as Dimitri Rat begins kind of coordinating the way the flesh goes. However, he keeps the eyes for himself, for he is greedy.
Shortly after this man dies, you flash back in. Now there's the 2 piles kind of staring at each other.
So,
no.
okay, that pile is led by her. So what you see is once again, a smaller armchair version of the woman stand up out of her seat, and you see her and Dimitri kind of stare at each other. Done communists done took my house over. This one's the enemy. No, you listen to me, comrades. This one here. This is the enemy here.
One of you make a decision. We don't have time to argue.
The rats fight.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to treat this as a compel. Go ahead and take a fate point.
Okay.
The rats begin tearing apart your office as they are it's just 2 crashing waves into one another.
Can I use smooth over?
Okay.
Pulling out a piece of cheese and throwing it in the middle of the floor.
Alrighty.
All the rats immediately stop.
Okay, they look down.
All of them move towards the cheese.
Okay, as you move towards the cheese, I need a new election.
20. As the cheese is eaten, everything kind of calms down, and the rats form themselves into kind of this weird. It's not fully formed; it's kind of half-assed formed. You see, kind of a beer gut. It's not a very interesting looking pile. It's kind of normal, actually. It's like, hey, see, I've been brought up. I'm Jeffrey. I've been brought up to speed. Like I'm ready, and
We don't have time for this.
okay.
We don't have time.
Yeah.
If you're up to speed, you're up to speed. We gotta go.
All right. Onwards.
All right, what do you guys do?
I'm going to turn to Agent Thompson. This is a situation you call.
Time to contain the breach.
All right, so as you guys kind of come out of the room, you're kind of watching each other's corners and stuff. Doesn't sound like there's a lot of action happening around your area. As you guys kind of move, you're like, I imagine you kind of make a call to see like what are the other MTFs doing.
Yeah.
You find out that they've all been locked into the area where like they have been like there's barracks and stuff. Like it's all been locked in somehow. Some anomalous means of not letting the doors open, and they can't be harmed. Meaning that the only MTF available is the one you guys are in right now. And you also notice that it was Clef gets back on the horn with everybody. He's like, these guys are piss ants, man. I think I'm almost certain this is some kind of like.
This is a distraction.
Yeah, I think so. No, hold on, you fucking ass! And you hear something shatter. He's like, oh, I never like that trophy anyway. And then he cuts off.
This is a distraction.
Seems so, but we still have to contain it.
What skips are here that are the highest threat?
616 is the highest threat.
616
And
is the highest threat.
it's in the airfield in the back. You know that if that plane goes in the air or not in the air and that door closes and you begin to realize, oh shit, today's the day of the month. Fuck. That has to be why they're here.
We need to get to that airfield now.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Now,
So you guys
Sync file.
move through these hallways as a big crew. You're kind of like, it's almost jarring to see this crew move. You see that there is not a lot of fighting. You on the way out, there is a whole lot of like researchers hidden under desks and stuff like that. As you guys get to the back of the facility to head towards the airfield, go ahead.
When we see researchers, can I try to use smooth over and another thing to calm everyone that we see? It's
We don't have
okay.
time for this.
I'm just talking.
We do not have time.
If you want to go ahead and roll it, absolutely. You can just kind of let your aura just do the work without having to say too much.
wow, that's a decent roll.
That is a 9.
Yes. As you go, you see the researchers all kind of like, okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna be okay, but that's like Alpha-9's here. You actually hear this. This is the first time either of you have ever heard. We've got Alpha-9. We're gonna be okay. As you guys head out towards the back, now you start seeing bodies. As you get towards the back of the Foundation, there's a lot of dead researchers on the ground. There's a few, like the MTF guys that weren't like currently in the barracks seem to have head towards here, like this is where the action was, and got mowed the fuck down. You can hear out in the back in the airfield what sounds like heavy machine gun fire, along with what sounds like lightning. It is not raining outside.
Yeah.
It's heat lightning.
You are standing currently in a large pair of blast doors that lead out to the back. You notice that the where there used to be a numpad has been busted up.
I want to attempt to open the door just slightly enough to get the camera out, take a picture of what's going on out
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. Go ahead. I need you're gonna need some kind of way to open this door without using the numpads, like
Okay.
all the pads they have. So you guys, how are you gonna do that?
I begin looking around the room
You're up.
for any kind of small hole or area that which I can fit.
Yes,
through.
the vents here do not have the same sort of precautions against rats.
Like, hey, got it.
You're up, Jeffrey.
Yep. And I move towards one of the vents, and I'm like, oh god, this is gonna make it.
He's charming.
Oh god! And I start to climb up towards the vents, making what I think is a cool-looking rope bridge. It's really ramshackle. It's like, I've not done a good job of this, but I would like to form kind of like a rat, like.
Yeah, no need to roll.
Yeah.
You get up into those vents, no issue. It's a little rickety.
Yeah.
You guys notice that he's not very cool while he does it.
No.
But he gets in, and you get through the vents, and it leads to a vent outside. And as you kind of like peer through like the vent grates as the head of this thing, you see what looks like you notice that there are 7 people in kind of black clothes with like white trim around the necks that have all been shot down near the plane. You see a few vans sitting out in front of the plane, looking to like keep people from getting to it. You also notice there's a whole bunch of different looking guys in the same sort of outfits with nicer looking gear. But this is all about 100 yards away from the blast doors, which it looks like they came in, they cleared out as much as they can near the blast doors, shut the blast doors forcefully, and then left.
Do I see a way on the outside to open the blast door?
Yes, they did not break it on the other side.
Okay, I would like to slowly pour myself out of the vents.
Okay.
And kind of like move down as quietly as I possibly can. I'm not a confrontational man.
Right.
Don't contradict me. And attempt to open the blast doors from the other side.
I'm going to say you don't need to roll stealth because they don't think a rat is going to open the blast doors.
Okay.
So
Cool.
you kind of whoop right down, you go up to it, you get to the blast doors. You can't remember the button combination.
Does she know Morse code? Wait, I don't know Morse code. What's Morse code? Is that cheese? Damn it. I start panicking.
Okay, you start panicking. So there's these rats on the other side, kind of like panicking around the control panel, and like a whole bunch of them like, come on, man, come on. And you're like,
I don't know what to do. I start slamming the rats against the
Okay,
control
you
panel.
slam it once, you slam it twice. You guys are hearing what sounds like electronics breaking on the other side, and like a couple of voices, what are you doing? It's like, just like boom, boom, and finally the blast door is like, just enough that you could sidle through sideways. All right, you take the shot. Go ahead
Shoot
and
roll
roll
to
shoot.
advantage
Yes.
since it'll take a minute to
Yes.
develop.
Minute and
That'll
a
be an advantage.
And this will give me some time to clear some of these out.
Oh no!
While
So
that's
unfortunately,
happening-
Charmed is no longer there because those guys are dead,
That's understandable.
and this is no longer there because those guys are dead. So
Clef said that it was in his office, correct?
Hmm?
Clef said that it was in his office.
what was that?
My pretty.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll be back. Take care of what's going on out there. I am racing to his office.
Okay. You get to his office. He's not there. You
Mhm.
think that he's probably at the place.
Oh yeah,
where-
no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't care that he's not there.
You,
I'm just going in.
Yep. There it is.
Getting my pretty.
Yep.
Putting it on.
Okay. So you go into his office.
Mhm.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
It's also very underused.
Yeah.
What was your shoot roll?
My shoot roll was a 2. However, I guess I want to ask a clarification for you. I have a stunt called Trick Shot. It says +2 to create, shoot, and firing at an inanimate object, but it's like an environment, so I wasn't sure how.
I'll give it
were
to
gonna-
you.
Okay. So +2, so that would make that a 4.
We're gonna call this one shooting in quotes. And that would
Landscape.
be- that would
Pretty
give
little
you
trees.
1.
Or happy little trees.
And I will tell you what you see in just a moment.
Yeah.
So you come into his office. It's a mess, but in the back is a big, thick vault, like kind of like a not like a vault, but more like a, I guess like a tube of
Safe?
glass that has been shut with metal, like a capsule almost.
Mhm.
And you kind of go over to it. You hit the commands, and they kind of hisses. it
I'm
opens
assuming
up.
his password for it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, it is. And it kind of hisses and opens up, and a sound bite of Dr. Crow goes, "Have fun."
Good old Crow.
All right, and you put it on.
I put it on.
All right, and you come racing back to the crew.
I am running as fast as I can.
Okay, well, she's gone for about 30 seconds. And
That
when
was
she
fast.
comes
Damn.
back, she's wearing an all-white bodysuit that stretches all the way down. As a matter of fact, you've seen Adams with a very similar suit that's all black with a helmet. Hers does not have the helmet.
And it looks a lot cooler.
It does.
It
It looks
does.
a lot cooler.
White is
she kind of
definitely
runs
more
at
flattering.
superhuman speeds back to your crew. Here's what you see in the picture. It's everything I described to him, along with what appear to be like just some like a whole bunch of guys looking to keep you guys from there. As you look at the picture, you notice that you recognize somebody.
So it's
The guy who's wearing the nicest gear with like the biggest gun. He turns and looks back when he sees the flash. And you recognize Morris Carmichael, one of your old teammates from Omega 7. And he looks back and sees you and and then turns, and he's walking up the steps into 616 right now.
Hey.
I want to reach through and yank him back if I can.
He is way deep in the picture, and
Okay.
he is already in the door by then. However,
Okay. I guess I will shoot through the. I'll stick my hand through the picture and try and shoot him off of the steps to the plane.
Okay.
Ah.
All right. All right. So that's 3, and then 5.
5. He's going to roll 6.
I want to spend a fate point on prize marksman of the Foundation to make it a 7.
I will spend a fate point.
Ooh.
I will spend a fate point on cruelty as a kindness in a world like this, and give myself +2. He's doing what he has to do to make this happen.
How far away is he?
He is about 150 yards. He's probably like 1.5 football fields away. You can already hear, you can see, he's not the first one on board, but he is, you would imagine it won't be long before this plane starts going airborne.
How
How
many
much-
zones would you say he is away?
I would say he's 3 zones away.
Okay.
How much ground can I cover?
You can make it to him,
Okay.
but you would have to get through this series of attack vans, people with guns. Okay. You disappear.
May I use not a threat and grab my parasol and just start daintily walking?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll it.
I love that image.
I'm making an advantage. It's a 6.
It's a 6. That is worth 2.
And they have to find other targets before they attack me.
You're a dainty little flower.
That's me.
And for those of you at home, I'm sorry about my terrible handwriting.
And for those of us here,
Oh.
we're sorry for your tail. Okay.
Ouch!
I was gonna say I'd be happy to be your note taker.
It's all good. I know what they're doing. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. What are the 3 of you doing?
So, homeboy, fence boy, is aboard the demon plane. Alright.
Showing up.
I don't know who he is or what's up, but he looks too nice. So, I'm just gonna use
Can I actually go before you? I think you want me to go before you.
What's up?
Yeah.
I've got gloves.
You do.
Yeah.
Can I take her with me when I run?
Yes, you could pick her up if you wanted to lift her. Yeah.
I am picking her up. No. Do I? Am I
You're
not?
gonna run?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
It'll probably be a pretty smooth ride, actually.
Yeah.
You think?
Oh yeah.
In that
yeah.
suit, yeah.
I pick her up, take off to the jet.
Okay. We're gonna start combat.
Till I go!
All right. Telly just.
No! God, that is so upsetting.
You.
Oh!
All right.
You go, lawn ornament from hell.
Okay, so you see in front of you.
That's exactly what I
And,
Tiny cabinet cat
and
from
you're
hell.
invisible, so that's just
The
flying.
cat's just
Yeah.
flying through the air.
Meow! Iris, do I look
So when they see you running, immediately
The
a crew
coolest.
of guys. Oh, when they see the floating cat flying towards the plane, a group of about 3 of these big guys. They're not as fancy as a white suit. This looks like anomalous tech that's still being refined. Thick, glowing cords run off of unwieldy, large bits of armor, pulsing with strange light. There are guns between the knuckles of thick steel fingers. Look more about throwing a lot of rounds rather than being accurate. Its mask bears a pair of glowing red eyes, because of course it does, and it seems to be giving off. It seems to be giving off a field of some kind, like a halo of white light. Not wise to get close, you'd imagine.
Got it?
All right.
That
They
was-
immediately get into your path, and we're going to start with this. So let me go ahead and get the new order up for the baddies, because y'all's order didn't change. I love fate. Okay.
Oh no.
Mm.
Oh, I would actually drop a couple.
Oh yeah, because you're
I'm not on top of it this time.
Okay, cool. Where are you at now?
I have a +2 to my notice. Hello, Agatha. Goodbye, Agatha.
Oh!
It's just
Don't worry, guys. I'll get it.
Don't worry, guys.
Streaming on a
The
budget.
rats got it.
Told you it's live. We told you.
Good job, Jeffrey.
Okay.
Thank
Hang
you.
in there, baby.
Thank you, hot woman.
Oh,
Just make sure to keep me still.
Okay, so you see a whole bunch of like little kind of like the guys you saw before, but without all the shifting stuff.
Yeah.
You see a bunch of them, but mostly you notice what looks to be like guys with these big guns, like real long.
Mhm.
So long they would be unwieldy to be up close. They are positioned on top of the plane's wings. You also notice that there is a group of those armored guys. They're like right in front of the cat statue. They are trying to put themselves between the cat statue and the plane.
Where is Adams?
Adams is not there. They're not sure where she is. But you do know that the last place Clef said was that they were working on the thing that you specifically needed. So you would imagine they're probably right there fighting things off
Somewhere.
at that room.
You've got a
Like the room that would allow you to do
Buzzer.
your thing.
buzzer going around. Sorry.
It's all good. Yeah, the fly's been attacking me too.
Yeah, he's
It's an
been-
anomalous fly, folks. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a fly.
So,
It's a chaos insurgency fly.
so it's going to be Iris and the snipers first, then the Rat, Sophia, and armored guys. Then it's going to be Agatha and Darcy. Then it's going to be the no names and the attack vans that are sitting next to. So you see 2 attack vans that are sitting next to the actual plane. They have machine guns sticking out the top of sunroofs,
Mhm.
and they appear to be guarded against like bullets. They look like they are better suited against fighting firearms.
Okay.
You notice that the plane has not started yet,
Mhm.
so you still got time.
Right.
However, you can't see it on my computer, but it is timed. You will need to get to the plane as a group before it takes off, or the plane's going without you. All right. Starting
Stop
things off.
that plane.
All right, Iris, you are going first.
All right.
There are 3 zones. So the first zone, and I'm not going to put it up here because we're running out of room.
Okay.
But the first zone is going to be it's going to be like the area around the blast doors. That is where you are right now. These guys in the armor suits have moved up. The middle space is called the kill zone. This is where you have to get through all the gunfire of the vans. The third zone is the plane itself and everything surrounding it. Every enemy that isn't the armored guys is in zone 3.
Okay.
Except for the no names, which are in zone 2.
What are they wearing again?
And we are in.
They're wearing fatigues. They're wearing like fingerless gloves. They're not wearing enough stuff to stop you.
Okay. Is any of them wearing lab coats?
Yes, a couple of the ones in the plane are wearing lab coats. They are ascending the stairs right now.
And we are in zone.
You are in zone 1. You are
Getting
by the
to
blast
3.
doors. You would have to get through the kill zone to get to the plane.
Okay.
The ones wearing lab coats, are they Foundation lab
No.
coats? No. Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
definitely not.
Free game.
Just making sure.
Yeah, you get the feeling like this is all chaos insurgency.
Oh, well, no, but I want to make sure that they haven't infiltrated
Fair.
the Foundation location.
Yeah, and also just so everybody knows, you see 7. If you know what Catholicism is, you see 7 dead priests by the door.
Huh. Okay.
Okay, so Iris,
What
you
are
up?
those?
Okay. And how many people are in the next zone opposing us?
In the middle zone, there's not a whole lot. There's probably like a handful, like 5 guys that are just there with submachine guns, no fancy anything.
Okay.
They look like they're there to be expendable and to slow you down. The armored guys are in the zone with you guys. So if you are squeezing through the blast doors,
Mhm.
then you would be out where they could shoot at you.
Okay.
But you, being Iris,
I have my.
you
I
have
my
your photo
down,
and can
I
be
s-
completely behind cover shooting
I
at
can
them.
see them through my photo.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Okay. So.
So
I-
you would be cutting a path for light to make a break for the plane.
So suppressing fire. That would be a 5.
A 5. I will roll. And you're attacking the armored guys, right?
Yes. One of them at least.
These guys don't have things to save themselves, so but they are still tough.
That's why we can't have nice things. That's not good.
What kind of gun are you shooting them with?
It's the pistol.
Okay.
Sidearm.
They rolled a 5.
So succeed with cost.
We're not gonna
Okay.
worry about that right now. If you want to spend anything extra, you can. I don't think you have anything right now in terms of that, but if you want to spend a fate point or something, you can.
Are they distracted on the dainty little flower?
I'll give you that.
Okay.
You want to spend one of those?
Sure.
How much would that make your total?
That would give me 7.
7. So that will take 2 stress. You blast this guy. One of the red eyes on his helmet goes out as you immediately headshot him 3 times.
Ooh.
You just like boom, 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 that quick, and his head just kind of boom, boom, boom. But thick ass armor. Didn't look like you'd take too much more of that.
Okay.
All right. That makes it the snipers. They're gonna shoot at Agatha.
I'm outside of the blast doors, correct?
Yes.
Good.
You are outside the blast doors in zone 1. Agatha. Yeah. Actually, no. They're going to take an aim action and make an advantage for themselves. They're not shooting you yet. Oh.
I like the sound of that.
They are shooting a very small, very fast-moving target. Compilation of Doppler news.
There it is. All right. All right. They look like they're getting a beat on you. Actually, there's 2 of them, so I'll make the other one roll.
Oh no, if they miss, they hit someone
Wow.
else.
He doesn't even get it.
No.
Nope. He doesn't even get an advantage.
Awesome.
He just is like, what the fuck is that a cat? Is that a leaking cat? Okay, that makes it the rats.
Get in there, Jeffrey.
Internally sweating. This is a lot more stress than I'm used to. Where is she at?
She
I'm just
is
kinda
literally
skipping.
just casually walking forward.
Okay. Do I know what she's capable of?
Yeah,
in terms of power?
absolutely.
Okay.
You've been
Here's-
training for months.
Here's what the rats are gonna do. It's like, okay, we can avoid this conflict. Okay. I press myself down into the floor as much as I can, and I gather around her, kind of like in a pool. Pick her up and then slide her through. All the while, the rats start forming what looks like Disney-esque animals that begin singing a song in order to kind of amplify her abilities. 'Cause
what
Jeffrey
to
don't
roll
want to
for
fight.
this?
Jeffrey don't want to
Rapport,
fight.
probably?
Huh?
Rapport or
deceive or stealth?
Okay.
Jeffrey.
There'll be a
Nice
stealth
choice,
roll
I
then.
guess.
Stealth roll then.
Yeah, we'll make it a stealth roll. You're
They're
hiding
not
within
singing,
the aura.
They're not singing well.
Yeah,
It's just like essentially a weird yeah. It's like imagine the bad animatronics from that ride. Just
Yeah. Please, God, don't kill me.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you can use my
Yeah.
yeah. I will use
Other
Dainty
dainty
Little
little flower?
Dainty Little
and I'll
Flower.
do a little pirouette.
For 5,
5. Absolutely.
and we're just gonna move along.
You're moving along. You're gonna move to zone 2 with her.
Okay.
The 2 of you move to zone 2, and you watch the armored guys just straight up ignore you. They just like don't seem to pay any attention whatsoever.
Just keep low to the ground, guys. We got this.
They look tough, but they do not look smart.
We're not cowards. We live to fight another day.
So you 2 are now in zone 2 in the kill zone.
Cool.
Nothing shooting at you.
If that's all I can do that turn, then that's all I'll do.
Yep, that is your turn. Sophia
Cool.
Light.
Yes. The path that they have cleared, or
Yes.
am I ahead of them?
You are actually behind them now because the guys in the armor kind of like a phalanx in front of you, and
Yeah.
they just kind of walked around them.
All right, I'm going to utilize their wake, and then with my super speed,
Yeah.
I am going to zip around faster. If I get to another line of guys,
Mhm.
I'm setting the cat down and zipping around.
Okay. No need. I need you to make an athletics roll to get past the first guys. They're going to try to keep you from doing that. That works, yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Nice.
And I'm doing the thing where I use lore in the
Okay,
place.
yeah, absolutely.
So that is going to be a 9.
Oh yeah. You feel hands on you, and you casually, and he falls over,
Awesome.
like from your strength. You got, yeah, just Batman's you, like, kuh. Guy goes over. So I'm gonna give them an
Actually,
advantage.
Does he?
Huh?
Does he?
What's that? Yeah, you're invisible. You're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
incorporeal.
yes, he does grab you.
Oh, he does? Ooh,
Yes.
interesting. Okay.
Okay, but
Important
he is,
information.
These are the machine gunners.
Entrancing.
I'm gonna put cool punch.
Oh.
And you just
Cool
kind of
punch.
set me on the ground.
Yeah, I set you on the ground in front of the last line of guys.
Yeah, I imagine it was kind of like a wobble.
Yeah,
Let down. I'm
yeah.
like, whoa,
You
whoa,
are down
whoa,
for about
whoa.
a second before Telly's like, and picks you back up again.
And am I able to get to
You get to zone 2.
Carmichael?
There is a group of people that are like pointing their guns at you, but they were pointing in the direction that you were, but they don't have any like head gear
Right.
or anything. And you just right through them, and
Yeah.
you're in zone 3 now.
Yo.
Okay.
And that is
Am I
yeah.
within reach of Carmichael?
no, he is inside the plane, so you
Okay.
are just getting to the base of the stairs.
Okay.
The vans are turning their guns at you. All right,
All right.
armor guys. They look down at the one who's on the ground, the other two, and they're like, and they see, what are they gonna do to you? I guess they're gonna go for. They can't go for either of you, so
I'm still behind the doors.
they don't know about you. They don't know about. Well, they know about you. One of them's gonna run after you.
Okay.
He makes it a zone 2.
Okay.
Not fast enough to keep up. The other two immediately go for Telly and start trying to grab her. Yeah.
Suit on now.
What a terrible mistake they're making, but don't realize. All right. It is a 7 on physique to grab her.
On physique?
Yes. So you would need to roll athletics to get out of the way. Fight if you want to fight them. Fight. Roll it. Fight.
And they're in our zone?
Yes, they are in your zone. They move up to you in zone 2.
And none of them are wearing outfits?
None of them are wearing weapons. They are wearing big, thick, anomalous armor.
How disappointing.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
very disappointing, actually. It's good. Well, it's a
Okay. One of them grabs a hold of Telly.
Can I see this happen through my picture?
Yes.
Cool.
And he immediately lifts her above his head.
I was gonna
Like
say
he's getting ready to
regrets
body
his
slam
decision.
her. The next one,
That's one
the
of
third one, spends his turn going on his mask. You can't hear anything, but he's clearly in pain as he looks around where there is a clear fist-shaped dent in his forehead. All right. That makes it Agatha.
Oh, shit.
Would you like
Alright.
to
Telly is lifted in midair.
Alright, I guess it's fucking time. So,
It's go time.
It's go time for me. What I do? Fight to. Okay, I want to use ink oozing at all times.
Yeah,
to,
spend a fate point.
Spend a
And
fate point. I want to spend a fate point and do that.
it'll add 2 to whatever you roll. You can roll lore for this if you want to try to melt them.
Yeah, I'm gonna do more.
Okay, absolutely.
Hey,
Is it the 1.23%? By the way, it's a 1.23% chance you'll get all pluses or all minuses on your dice.
That's happened like 4 times.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's very, very rare, even way rarer than a D20.
Would you say that it's an anomaly?
Okay, so
So that's a 6.
alrighty. Let's see here. I'm going to roll his. You can't. They don't know.
You're just going to die.
They don't know.
They don't know.
They just like one of them's like reaching up to grab Telly as well. Telly stretches one of her skeletal arms down and snatches you up and just flicks what you in their direction.
Stresses me out.
This ooze hits one of them. He doesn't know. He's taken out. How do you kill him?
Scotty doesn't know.
Well, what's he wearing?
He's wearing the big, thick armor, and basically
Well, what part is the exposed skin?
his eye, where it was
Ink gets
blown.
into his eye, and it just at first looks like an empty socket.
You guys, because there's no sound barrier now that the eye is open, you hear as he slowly. You see the suit just like going limp, like as if there's nothing in it,
Yeah.
and then just
There's nothing in the suit anymore.
nope. And now Telly is holding you, and she is keeping you very stable while she herself is
Okay,
getting
away.
rocked
her
around.
flicking me stress me out.
No, I mean you're probably stressed out, like from like a roleplay perspective, but like you don't take any damage from it.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
It's not that kind of stress.
I just, I don't know. I've never
Darcy.
played Fate.
And how many people are in my visual range?
5.
5 people right now.
Yeah, they look like they're all trying to figure out where she went, and they also look like they're like see you and like oh hey, and just keep.
So I'm going to strengthen my aura to try to create an advantage.
Go for it.
And it's going to be sing along time. And I'm going to call out, "Come on, everybody! That's just rude to not sing along."
They. Oh my god. What did you roll?
Would this be Debutante's will?
It would.
All right. I had an 8.
Fate core, ladies and gentlemen.
Good talents, please.
Sing a long time, maybe.
Sing a long time.
Sing along.
Well,
Do we feel compelled to sing too?
no, it doesn't
if
work.
you want.
I don't think Darcy.
No, she
No.
didn't use it on you guys.
Okay.
No.
Just so you know, you were all given small Scranton reality anchors after it was realized that she was manipulating the team. Yours is hidden inside the statue.
There is. Dear Liza.
Yours is hidden somewhere inside the mass, and you were told, don't let her know.
I have to
All right, so that is worth 3 invokes.
Oh, right.
Because they don't have any will roll. So I forgot to put will on their sheet, so hey, all right.
Does my suit have a helmet or not?
No, it does not have a helmet.
Thank you.
Specifically, it was because they were like, we can
didn't have it
take
developed in time?
6 more months, or you can wear the suit.
No helmet.
Got it. All right, Darcy, that's your turn. It is the van's turn. The vans immediately turn at Sophia and start firing. Find my vans. There they are. Well, one of them starts firing. The other one tries to run her over.
Oh no.
The one that shoots at you rolls a 7.
And which one's Sophia? Sorry, I can't remember names.
Right there.
Oh no. They can see you.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like as you're passing and you're getting in front of them, you can see like data trickling on the inside of their tinted windshields.
Okay.
And you think that the windows somehow allow them to see you.
Sure.
Roll roll whatever you want to roll to defend.
He's shooting me?
He is shooting you.
And
Where's
once
he aiming?
trying to hit you with the car.
It is a machine gun. It is just
Oh, he's
spray
just
and
spraying?
pray.
I am going to... Can I stealth?
You can't use it. Well, I will let you roll stealth as a defense for this roll because you are invisible.
Thanks. That did me much good.
You can use one sing along. They're distracted a little bit. Probably.
Can I... I
Yeah.
get a sing along?
Well, no, these guys are not affected yet.
Oh,
You
okay.
have to get to their zone in order.
Could my cool punch have intimidated them a little bit? And-
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I will let you use cool punch.
Awesome. Okay, so I get 1 extra for that.
Cinematic.
One, you want to burn one more? So that's +2. You still have 1. And you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to burn it.
All right, let's burn it.
So that's how much?
That is a 4 added to whatever you rolled.
Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 5.
Goodbye, cool
Could
punch.
she use their crappy aim?
No.
Darn.
Darcy, what song?
That is
what
going
song
to
are we
be
Small world.
2 stress. You
Little
can put it in your
world.
-2
There you
stress
go.
box. So
My
base.
suit's bulletproof.
Yes, and that's exactly what happens.
Okay.
You guys see bullets ricocheting off of empty space. So, just so you guys know at home, the way the damage works in Fate Core, there's stress and then there's consequences. Stress is damage you take mechanically, but narratively, you don't actually take any real damage. You get punched in the face, you shake it off, the bullet whizzes just by you, or in this case, the bullets bounce off your special suit. You take one hand and put it in front of your face, like kind of looking between the fingers as you feel bullets pinging off your fingers
Oh my.
effortlessly.
Awesome.
It's so cool.
That still hurts, kids at home.
It does.
It does, yeah.
You're gonna have some
But
bruises.
does not hurt as much as it would atoms because your suit's fancier.
It's the difference between piercing and force damage.
Okay, that's the first van. The second van runs you over.
So,
2.
so plus-
So what do I roll?
What do you tell me what you want to roll for
Oh,
your defense
okay,
and
so
explain it.
So you could roll out of the way, or you could.
You could use athletics
Dodge,
to roll
or
the
you could
way. You
tank
can
it.
use your stealth to try to get out of the side of the windshield. You could.
Drop to the floor.
Call somebody.
Actually,
Is it time?
Adams, now!
You hear on the other side, I'm a little busy. Hold on. And go ahead and spin the fate point.
Okay.
I think it costs. Does yours cost a fate point? I don't think it actually does.
I
Does
don't-
it?
it
No.
doesn't,
Okay, it
no.
doesn't. So she goes,
this?
I'm busy. Hold on. And then it cuts back in. You hear, hold on. Son of a bitch. And you hear what sounds like Alto's voice. God, get in. Get in. Please, for the love of God, get in. You hear a and you lose control of your your head down.
Yeah.
Like from here down, you lose control. And you hear Alto go, "Sorry, she's keeping the room safe. I can't breathe in this damn thing."
Oh no!
Oh, yes! And he starts moonwalking out of the way of the bullets. Go ahead and roll every defense or attack as lore for the rest of the game.
For the game or
For the rest of the
game?
combat.
Oh, combat.
Okay,
Okay.
this combat's gonna probably last the rest of the game.
Oh.
God.
All right.
Cool.
You are now
Making terrible life choices.
your body is now in control of Dr. Alto Clef, who has somehow miraculously squeezed himself into that suit and is now remotely controlling yours. He's like,
How the hell did you fit that gut in there, Alto?
I don't know, maybe I'm anomalous. Go ahead and roll your lore for defense.
Great moves, boss. You're doing good.
That's a 5.
You succeed
Four.
with style, and that gives you a boost, which means that for instead of an aspect that sticks around, it's an aspect that once the invoke is used, it's done.
Okay.
So you can tell me what clever way you managed to get one up on this van trying to run you over.
Let's see. It is coming at me. Drop down to the ground and then let it roll over me and pop back up.
Yep.
I love
You
Matrix.
kind of it's exactly that. You hear Alto go, yeah, and Alto like punches his fist in the ground and stands you back up, and he's like, "Fucking Agent Smith!" yes! And he sounds so excited. All right, Iris, top of the order.
Who is left between me and the plane?
There is one less. There is one melted guy. There is an armor guy who is in the middle area in Zone 2. There are 5 guys singing along to whatever Darcy sings in the middle area, and they are dancing around a crowd of rats that look like they're trying to be animatronics. And behind that, you see a van trying to. It just takes off at nothing. You're not sure why. You see another van gunning at that same nothing.
Okay.
And you hear the jet engines turn on.
I'm going to use. Whoops. Oh,
I've waited so long for this.
You are so horrible.
Dr. Clef, if you were out there, that one's for you, buddy.
Sprinter, highly mobile. You move 2 zones for free in a conflict without rolling instead of 1, provided there are no situational. I believe there are situational aspects.
No, there are no
There are
situational
not?
aspects right now
Okay,
keeping you from moving.
So I'm going
They
to
are all currently preoccupied with her and her.
So I'm gonna book it two zones.
Okay,
towards
you are
the-
in Zone
the
3.
plane.
You are in the zone with the plane.
Okay. Can I get into the plane?
There is currently, they have the door shut. You would have to get the door open, but there's vans with machine guns and snipers on the wings.
Could
Shoot the wheels out. Shoot the wheels out.
However, I would allow you to go up to one of the cabin windows and take a shot inside.
That's a good idea.
Hmm.
Get on
Yeah,
the
I'm
nose.
going to do
Just keep
that.
Turning
Yeah, I guess on the
off.
nose would be a good idea. Can I try and get around to the front of
Yeah,
the plane?
you can try to get around to the front of the plane, and you'll hold your camera up
Yeah.
and kind of give it a little. You're gonna run up the steps of like the plane that you're trying to get into, jump off, hold the camera up, and take a picture.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your shoot.
1, 2, so 7.
7.
And it's an inanimate object.
It is an inanimate object. Does that make it
So
a 9?
that makes it a 9. And I'm also going to use my uncanny accuracy to stack an additional free invoke on the advantage I've created to represent that I've taken time to line up the shot by jumping and then.
What a shot! 4 invokes.
Excellent.
Oh.
Thank you.
All right, that's your turn. Snipers. They both shoot at you.
I bet they do. Yikes.
Oh, dear God. That's 9.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's 13.
Okay.
They use a stunt. When using an aspect in your roll, they get +2 to their roll.
So athletics.
So it would be athletics to get out of the way.
Do they still have grabbed Telly at this point?
The armor guy is still holding on to Telly.
2.
2? Oh, geez. Do you want to spend a fate point to re-roll? Does anybody have?
That's a difference of 11.
It's a difference of 11.
11.
Is there any? Okay, she's in zone 3.
Zone
She's
3.
not in the same zone as we are.
No, damn. What were you wanting to do? I'm willing to hear it out.
Okay. This would be a panic move.
Okay.
Which is all DrEverettMann knows how to do. He's like, maybe this will work, and I'm going to pitch her towards the guards to try to distract them in the
I
same.
will 100% allow this. If you spend a fate point, I will allow it.
I will spend a fate point.
All right,
What do
Darcy,
you-
you are
what-
launched in the direction. What was your? You rolled great on your sing along. You get tossed in, and you kind of land, and you hear the sniper's like, "Got her," and like, and he gets ready to shoot, and he's like. And like
That's it.
the
you got
other
it.
sniper's like, what the fuck? And takes a shot at Darcy.
Oh.
That's also that is a 9. That is a 9.
All right. I'm gonna use cold feet and use my rapport instead of fight or athletics. Because why would you do that? I'm the star of this show.
Oh Jesus.
Oh no.
That's actually a pretty good roll. Not bad.
Uh,
Anomalous fly. Stop. Anomalous fly.
And remember, you still have 3 invokes of sing along.
yeah, so that's. I'm calculating. So 7. So I'll use 1 to meet.
Okay.
I'll just hold my parasol up and twirl it and say no.
And he sees trigger finger actually twitching. His what's wrong? Can't shoot. And the other guy. All
Can I
right.
blow him a kiss?
Yeah.
The rats in the previous zone start they all get up and start going, don't shoot her, don't shoot the girl. Like kind of doing a weird side shuffle towards her.
Okay, Sophia.
Yes.
Wait, no, that was Iris. That was snipers. So now it's rats.
Didn't they go?
I'll say that was probably your
Spin it.
turn to manage that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
I'll say you used your
Shouldn't have
fate
said
point to go
anything.
earlier.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
worry about
fine.
it.
We're all
So
learning this
we're
game.
moving forward.
Well,
We're learning.
it's also a very, very forgiving
Oh.
system.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I actually use on top of it and use a fate point to go next?
Yeah.
Because I have
absolutely.
something I want to do.
You know what, rats? I'm gonna let you have your turn anyway. That was more of a defense roll. Go ahead.
Okay. Fate point spent. How many did we start with?
Five.
It's individual. It's
Yeah.
per individual. I
Fine.
don't think you bought any extra stunts, so you would probably start with 5.
5. Okay. So
Nice.
I'm back to because I got that one. So back to 5.
Yep.
Seeing it working and kind of doing start rushing towards the plane.
Okay.
Not knowing how planes work because we're rats. Just is there a hole where humans look like they're looking out of?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of like windows on the sides that you can't see if they're looking out.
Okay, I go to the closest window and I start scampering up it and I just start going, ah! I start clawing
You
against the
see a
glass.
guy in a white lab coat go, ah! He sees that. Ah!
All the rats are screaming at the same.
And he's like, you hear him go, over here, and there's guys with guns running towards that window.
Ah!
All I want is an actual movie of just this.
Yeah.
But we are
I can't. I
Trying-
can't even.
we're trying to break open the window so
Yeah.
we can pour ourselves
That's
inside.
physique or athletics. Or
Sweet.
fight if you want it to be fun.
Athletics is high. Okay, so can I use any of the sing-along points to help?
The snipers aren't trying to stop you.
Okay.
I'll let you use one.
That's gonna be a 7 then.
All right. The window shatters, and the researcher is just fucking buried under panicking rats. And you see
Sorry, it's my first day.
and that'll be your turn,
Okay.
Sophia.
Hold on.
Jeffrey.
Oh,
get to
that's
the
right,
cockpit.
Darcy. You go first. Yes.
So I will give a little flourish and a spin and look up at the now open window that I can see people and who can hear me. Do I have a sense that they are affected by me?
Yes.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna try to make a almost like a compel, but to my favor, inhuman efficiency.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
I'm going to turn to all of them and say, "That's it. Keep it up. Don't fucking stop."
Okay. Spend a fate point. That's basically called invoking. So you're going to invoke that aspect to do a positive thing instead of a negative one.
Okay.
And you're going to roll your your 4 DFs. Your fate dice.
Yikes. So that would be a rapport.
Mhm.
That's a 5.
All right.
And can I use the last little bit of my sing along for a 7?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Sniper's still singing.
Oh no. I want them to never stop.
The researcher at the window begins to and so he's covered in rats singing as the rats are trying to
The rats then start scream singing because they're panicking too.
but the 2 guys with guns inside do not seem affected.
And then can I not move?
You can move one zone.
All right, then I'm in zone 3 now.
Yeah, you're next to the plane.
All right,
so
I
if
would
you wanna
like
try
go
to-
up to the door.
Okay, you are by the door. All right.
And just wait.
Sophia, now it's you.
Okay. You said the door is closed?
Yes.
That's not good.
No, not that door. Not the
Okay.
emergency door.
Okay.
The door of the actual plane to get in.
Okay.
They have put up something. It's not like an actual door. It's not that door.
Okay.
We would all be dead.
Yeah, that's why I was concerned.
Don't worry, you will find out soon.
Yeah.
Canon SCP.
it's a bad thing. All right. Gonna run up those stairs and open that door.
After you.
Hi fucking yeah!
Oh!
And that's him fucking.
Not the left, not the left!
You see him like reeling back with the left, and then he spins and comes at it with the right. And if that is not a sign of respect from Alto Clef, there really isn't any other one. So go ahead and roll your lore.
Oh, I didn't see her coming. Oh, but I feel.
Yeah, she's gonna whoop right by you.
Are you serious? Well, that one's tilted. Can I reroll?
Yeah, reroll it.
Same.
Yeah, I want to spend a fate point.
Okay, go for it.
And
Which aspect are you using to reroll this?
mission success or nothing less.
Damn right, let's do it.
Landed on a feather. Yeah, there we go.
What'd you get?
All right, that's going to be 7.
The door crumples like paper. You hit the wall on the other side, and as you peel yourself off, you feel yourself stick, and you look down, and there is a guy who's just obliterated under the door. And Alta goes, "Did you get my Nicolas Cage reference, or was I'm really out of breath over here."
Shut up, Alto. And I'm going to step inside. Carmichael!
All right. Armor guys. The first armor guy tries to throw Telly into the ground.
Oh no. He does it very well.
Does he though?
7.
And I would use athletics.
Athletics could work. Trying to land spryly.
Would that have created an advantage now that there's no door on the plane
Yes.
anymore?
Let me get rid of.
What's up? What's up?
Sometimes it happens.
Sometimes it happens.
What's up? Remember, if you don't like your roll, you can always spend a fate point to reroll it.
No, I think it's okay. 2.
Okay. You are going to take. You're going to take 3 stress.
So that means you can check
Mental
off.
or physical?
Physical.
That means you just check off the 3 boxes.
Yeah.
That's
So it's
all you
only
need
the
to
minus
check
3 bucks. It's not like 3 boxes. It is the minus $3. Crushed door is worth 2 inputs.
Ooh.
Thanks, thanks.
Hi, fucking yeah! I waited to say that for so long.
You've just been planning horrible things to say, haven't you?
I wouldn't be DrClef if I didn't. Okay.
Touche.
That is the first armor guy's turn. The next armor guy gets into zone 3 and tries to tackle you to hold you down so that the snipers can shoot you more easily.
The singing one?
That is a 7.
Alright.
The one that isn't seen.
Oh.
He doesn't realize what's going on with them, just to note.
Gunkata, you're light on your feet with a gun in your hand to be able to keep away gunplay. Keep the gunplay going while evading attempts to harm you. You may use shoot instead of athletics to defend against physical attacks.
Yep.
Nice.
So that's a 7.
So y'all match. He goes to tackle you. How do you avoid it?
I will. He's a big guy, isn't he?
Huge guy.
I guess she's gonna just slide right between his legs.
Yep.
Right
He
underneath.
kind of goes to grab at you, and he staggers forward. And you kind of slip between his legs. Alrighty. And that is their turns. Agatha.
Ooh. Alright, so I'm trying to get a visual of what all is in front of me.
Sure. So you are.
I melted the dude next to us.
Yes.
And then there's the one dude we got currently.
Yes.
And then we're near
I'm at the door.
window door.
No, you are. Think of it like this: if there's 3 sections, you guys started here.
Yeah, which
No,
section are we in?
you guys are in the second one. You're in the middle section.
And the third one is where the plane is.
Right. You can move a zone for free, but you can move faster because you're you.
Yeah, I can use sprinter.
Do you want to
move
just sprint into the
Tally.
plane?
Well, I'm gonna have that depend on something. Do I see lab coat people through the window?
Yeah.
That she broke.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one dancing.
Yeah, we notice. Me meaning me, because Tally doesn't notice things. I noticed the lab coat person in the window of the plane.
Mhm.
And so
Oh, I know what you're doing. You're so clever. This is great. Yes, it works.
so I'm gonna have her do sprinter where she moves 2 zones. for
She
free
leaps.
in a conflict without rolling.
Yep, no rolling. She's on the window already. I'm assuming you tell her.
Oh, I tell her she knows what to do.
Yep. Thinking that these are Foundation researchers, you get a +2.
I do
Oh.
because Telly dislikes anyone in a lab coat.
Yep.
Because that's how much
You would
hates
know
lab
that
researchers.
You would know that SCP-1913-3 has trained Telly to kill anything in a lab coat on site.
Or maim.
Y'all have done the best you
Maim.
can
You
to
can't kill.
retrain
Maim
Telly.
horribly.
Sure.
But she's basically like, that's SCP. Like on the window, starts ripping at the metal and starts crawling in.
Yeah.
Foundation
All right,
staff.
you can go ahead and roll an attack.
On the nose?
Alright.
On the nose of the window?
No, it's on
Okay.
it's on one of the port windows.
Okay.
She kind of just into the window, like kind of contorts herself and like is there on top of the researcher. I'll roll his defense, but he don't got none.
I was about to say he's
1.
dancing pretty hard.
So that kind of cancels that out. 6.
Jeez.
He's taken out. What do you do to him?
Well, let's see. First,
is
we rip
horrific.
his arms off.
She
And
rips them
then
off. You guys see an arm fling out the window.
Just rips the arms
Oh.
off immediately because Telly really doesn't like it when they try to scratch back. And then she just starts scratching at the torso, like just
Entrails begin
separately,
spilling out
and just
almost
starts
instantly.
ripping.
To your horror, this guy just won't die.
His arms are moving.
Yep.
They're like crawling around.
They're trying to grab at
And
things like if
they're
they were trying to get help.
They're trying to get back to the body.
Yes.
To help. And Telly is just continuously ripping him.
The heart
from
lands in the pile. It's still beating and connected to nothing.
She rips all of the organs out.
Jeffrey Rhett faints.
Okay. Election time.
Yep.
Have I ever seen
Yeah.
footage of her at work? Okay, just making sure.
This is not a surprise to you.
Okay,
Yeah,
making
she,
sure.
She
Can't
rips
resolve
all
the
of the organs out, and all of the organs are still working individually,
Oh.
and the man is still screaming.
Alrighty. He screams until his vocal cords are kind of off in one of the corners, and they're still vibrating, making this weird, awful noise.
He's still trying to sing.
He's taken out. Okay. Darcy, you already went, so it's the Vans.
Have I ever seen her?
This is
do that?
upsetting.
You have never seen her. You've seen her attack dummies, and you've seen her attack like in training, but never actually seen her shred a person. Iris told you this would happen, but
Pulled long pork.
okay. The Vans.
Full cult. Full cult.
One of them tries to right itself. It hits the armored guy. So as you slide out, he like turns around to get you and just drags, and you see like the streak of red where he goes. The other one tries to shoot at you. 5.
That would be a 6.
Yep. How do you get out of the way of the bullets?
Goes under the plane.
Yep. You go under the plane, and they just kind of as they're trying to, but it's clear they're trying not to hit the plane. As soon as you're under the plane, they're like, shit. And the guy on the you can see his frustration. The guy on the gun.
Mm-hmm. And the guy on the gun is where again?
He is
on the wing.
Kind of
Okay.
There's a guy. There's 2 guys in the wings, and there's a guy in the machine, like on the machine gun of the van.
Is it one on each wing, or
yeah,
they
one
both
on each wing.
Okay.
That makes it your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna try and take those snipers out.
Alrighty. They seem real preoccupied.
7.
The one dancing's taken out, which will take 2.
Okay.
So that leaves 5 to apply to the other one, who is going to try to get out of the way. Mm-hmm. He's taken out 2.
So just, just real quick, real clean, just gets from under the plane, goes to the wing, pops, goes under, pops the other one.
Yeah, just and they just
She is
fall
so
off
cool.
either side of the wing.
Checks her clip, knocks it back in, and heads for the door.
Okay, you get in the door, no problem.
Okay.
Iris is the coolest.
All right. Let's see. We're gonna drop this combat for now. You go into the plane as well.
Yes, and do I see the human being eviscerated and the entrails moving?
Not where you are in the plane yet, because like imagine like this is like row K, and you are coming in where you're going to be seeing first class, and there's still like a little divider between. So you haven't seen this yet.
Good.
But you hear what sounds like.
Oh no.
So upsetting.
Horrific.
So upsetting.
You can hear a whole bunch of like guys like moving around and taking cover. Who did you roll?
The pile.
Oh wait, real quick. What's up?
I just gotta share something. Someone in chat just said, "You're in first class. They're in economy."
Okay, what's going on?
The pile stops panicking, and all of the rats form themselves into a very perfect image of a dandy gentleman.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Coattails come down, prim and proper, and as soon as you enter on, a knee is taken and says, "My lady."
It's about this time you guys feel the jet lurch
Oh no.
as it begins to take off.
I immediately move to steady.
Okay.
I immediately moved to that cockpit door.
Okay, as you're heading towards the cockpit door, don't worry about damage. You round. Oh, go ahead.
She's still outside.
Oh my
Can
god.
I use?
No. Telly took you with.
Okay.
Oh,
Telly took you with.
Okay, I thought okay.
No, Telly was like, yoink,
Can I
dive.
Can I add something just out of play? I totally forgot that we were being recorded. I thought we were just playing a game.
That's what I like to hear.
So when you said chat, I was like, what?
So when you
Yeah.
round the corner, no damage taken.
These mics are for
Alto's
fun.
like, fucking give me somebody else. I want to rip someone's jaw off. And that's the last thing you hear before an arm just belts you across the face and knocks you flat on your back. Carmichael kind of rounds the corner and takes like a military rest stance, looks down, he's like, Dr. Light.
Traitor.
Darcy.
He
I immediately move in front and go,
Agatha?
Mr. Darby.
I'm just gonna go ahead and take it off.
Yeah, he clearly seems to see where you are, but you notice he's got kind of like goggles on, and he kind of pulls it back. He's like,
I'm just kind of laying on the floor,
He's like-
staring up at him.
"Where is she?" Because you put her through it again, didn't you?
Who?
And he looks around as Iris rounds the corner. There she is.
Wait, no,
Is
hold
he
on.
is he facing from the front of the plane?
He is guarding the cockpit.
Okay, is the cockpit door open?
No,
Okay.
it looks locked and sealed, and it has a big metal pair of I think like a big X. They have welded onto this thing to keep it from anyone getting into it.
Excuse me, Mr. Bad Guy. How do you feel about me?
I don't feel anything.
Oh, shit.
Bastard.
Oh, shit. He looks back at Light and shakes his head as you feel the plane start to lift off.
Don't do this.
What did you think was going to happen? That you were going to save the world? Did you not remember what he did to us?
It's different this time.
Is it? Sure seems the same.
So this whole time, Telly is holding Agatha, who cannot move her body. She is this porcelain cat, and is just going like trying to. Agatha's trying
Agent
to
Thompson, would you care to chime in on this?
Yeah, Agent Thompson.
She got that photo of the cockpit, didn't she?
She did.
Okay. She doesn't say anything. She holds up. She kind of like is looking down at the photograph to see who's in it.
You see what looks like just two, like the guys that were in the area with you. They look like two nobodies compared to the people you've just fought. Carmichael kind of shakes his head. He's like,
I
"You're gonna kill all
smile.
of us?"
Alto, I know you want to do it. And kick him in the nuts.
All right, and that is where we're going to take our intermission, folks. You hear Alto go, "Fuck yeah!" and fucking launch his leg at this guy, and that's where we'll take our intermission. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a blast so far. Stick around 15 minutes or so. We'll be right back with more SCP action on SCP-616. Thank you so much. What the hell is any of this? SCP Foundation is a foundation that collects strange and anomalous things and then puts them into cages where they can't hurt anybody else. So, for instance, you were to consider every single member of this team but Sophia Light or Sophia Light's suit, all of those would be considered anomalous. Things that you might consider a superpower or a curse, all of that would be anomalous. So, the Foundation goes around and collects these things and hides them away. Alpha-9, Last Hope, was their first attempt at making a team out of the objects they normally keep.
Did not go
Was the
Omega
first one,
7.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the second attempt. The first attempt was Omega 7, which did not go super well.
No, it did
What?
not.
Not so much.
Oh.
This week is hot.
Oh,
It's really hot.
Yeah.
It's a cheap one. So.
That's why I did it up there.
I want to go out to my
Mine
car and
is
get
the-
my
I
fans.
The bangs are the only frustrating thing about this wig. That's it. The
They're
We
bangs.
can all
super
pretend
cute.
we're playing and be like, oh my god.
we're just getting
Oh,
technical
apparently we have
difficulties
sound
under
back
control, guys.
because
I
now
apologize.
they're
Hi.
talking about me.
Hi.
I was like, this wig is hot.
We're talking about our wigs.
Hot. They're like,
I was happy. back. I'm playing charades. And then it's.
Can you guys give me your notices again? Let's yours was
5 with shoot, but if it's not a situation in which, well, I guess it is. I guess it always is with me.
Alright, the movie was Pulp Fiction.
Would it be
That was
base
me
or
squeezing an orange.
yes, unless you have something
And
that
I
helps
still
your
had
initiative.
pulp in the orange juice.
Base notice.
No one
base
likes
notice?
pulp.
3.
So yours.
And his was 3 as well.
Three as
Three.
well.
3. Yours
What's
is
your
2.
notice?
Yours is 2.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, why didn't we play Pictionary with the whiteboard when there was no?
Why does the chat not?
I was juicing a tiger. I was.
That's really strange.
There's some rats.
I really want to go to the library. We
Oh
need
my
to.
God.
And they chewed some
All right,
tables.
Seisha.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, what's up with you and characters obsessed with libraries? Like,
I can keep doing it. Do you want to give me
You keep
movie
going.
titles?
You keep going.
You want me to give you a movie title? Audio's back.
Oh.
Audio's back?
Hey.
Hi.
Book. Movie and book.
Wait, where's my
6 words.
Ford Muncher?
First word.
They say it's back again.
Hair. Oh, I got sound. Blonde hair.
You had it?
How are we sounding, guys?
Okay.
Sound
Once
good?
again.
Like buzz? No buzz?
Hairy armpit? Hair.
Buzz,
All right.
no buzz?
Rock on. We're back.
Awesome.
Hold on.
Here you
No
go.
buzz?
No buzz,
Yeah.
no buzz.
Do a quick, just say hello, and we'll just go on down the line.
Hello.
Hello.
We sound like we're speaking from a fishbowl, is what the chat says.
What does that mean?
It means
Is it fun in the
echoey
mixer?
and distorted
Yeah.
and not good.
Next.
Hi, how you doing? Goblin Katie here to tell you all about Beetle and Grim.
Cool. Next.
You've only experienced 5 of the possible 20 rats you'll be experiencing tonight. Hopefully we'll be able to get through more of them, but we'll probably get through at least one more. We
I'm just a
definitely
sweet
will get through
person that doesn't like fighting, but the foundation's making me fight people, and it's okay. Actually, they sound funny when they sing and die at the same time. So that's pretty entertaining. I got lipstick on my feet, and there it goes.
So, Ian.
Ian?
Ian.
Who's Ian?
Ethan.
Ooh.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Look, I've been LARPing all weekend.
I'm not offended. It's fine.
What?
Am I considered an O4 lead operator?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh.
All right.
Katie, Goblin Katie, can you
Yes.
play something?
I am just sitting here thinking about all the horrible things I know and all the horrible things I may have to do, and I'm really not looking forward to having to do the horrible things because they're horrible.
That's coming from one of the webcams. I thought so.
Ah,
Rhea, have you seen Insatiable?
no.
Because the character you're playing reminds me so much of Coralie from the show. And I just want you to watch it now.
Okay.
What does it say?
It's played by,
513 under Ethan's name.
Audio should be working.
And on the fruity
Are
caboodle.
we able to?
I just love that phrase.
We're good.
She's like, I love my husband, fruity caboodle and all, because he keeps it makeup face.
I like pink. Pink is my signature color.
Right.
Little
We good to go?
steel magnolias for you. Pink.
Thank
is
you
my
guys so much
signature
for your
Thank you,
patience. We
guys.
just had a bit of a technical issue. We're gonna blow right on into this sucker and keep on going. So here we go.
Whoa.
Alright.
Where we last left off, the Sophia Light was laying on the ground. The crew had kind of Beta Commander Morris Carmichael, who you knew as Searchlight as his call name, is standing there at parade rest in front of you. And he seems to be by himself, but you can hear a lot of commotion behind you. And I marked out the zones for you. So zone 1 is the zone you guys are in, which is the cabin area and the area outside the cabin. Well, this should be right. This is apologize. I was a little nervous. This should have been first class. Zone 2 is first class.
I belong there. As the chat so graciously pointed out, I'm not riding an economy.
All right.
It was
Zone
aid.
3 is economy, and it's also where the emergency door to leave the plane is. That might come in later. And then Zone 4 is the attendant area in the back.
Where are all of us?
Everyone
currently?
is in Zone 1
Got it.
currently. As you've all kind of made your way to the front area.
And the gore is in first class? Or
It is in first class currently, but there is
Okay.
a divider that's keeping you
Gotcha.
from seeing it. All right, so Commander Morris is staring intently. He seems less interested in the three of you and way more interested in the two of them.
That's fucking rude.
And he kind of shakes his head. He's like, who was it that came to you and told you that this was something you should do? I want to know the truth.
I don't think that's any of your business.
It is my business.
Didn't he get kicked?
Hmm?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he got
Oh, that's
jumped.
right. Yeah, let's start there.
He got
Let's
jumped.
start there. My fucking I almost forgot. So he gets fucking just blasted in the crotch, and kind of raises up and kind of comes back down and hesitates a moment and then hits a button on his chest and disappears. You hear the same noise that you heard when he disappeared further into the plane, as if he's now further inside it. But you also hear, ooh! Clef's like, I think I got him. I felt like I got him. I got him, right?
Oh, you got him.
Give me another shot. I gotta get the other one.
We have a bigger priority right now.
Okay. Oh shit, this is 616.
Yes, it is.
Fuck me. So now you guys take a look around. Now that you've kind of had a moment to get your breath. There's all these demonic sigils and inscriptions on the walls in languages you can't read.
So, can I do Arcane Expert to see if
Yes.
I can read any of it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Is that sound
Yes! Finally, I got a decent roll. Okay, that's a 9.
9. Not only can you tell that this is mostly like Abrahamic faith, like the Bible sort of stuff, demonic sigils.
Yeah.
As a strange demonic creature yourself, this all looks fabricated, like it was placed here by somebody else.
This looks like a phony.
Yeah, it all reeks of phoniness to you. To the rest of you, it looks totally legitimate. But you, well, not you. You know the truth.
But I don't sense any real demonic presence. Or
Not yet.
celery.
No.
All right.
I'm sorry, what was the first part of that sentence?
No, you don't detect anything. Genuinely, you do not detect any demonic
I
presence.
just noticed that all the writings. Like,
Yeah, you're just like,
just
that's,
seem like
yeah, this
total
doesn't seem
shit.
like, you definitely don't think a demon went through with a knife and put this stuff in the walls.
Are we in a notice order?
Not now. No,
Okay.
this is full role play. You're in zone 1.
Okay. I
Yeah.
pressed against you slightly and said, "Lady, I'll handle this. That man affronted your honor, and I shall claim his head for you." And I moved towards the door stridently.
Okay, what were you going to say first?
I was gonna say to
Iris.
I
It's okay. It's 8. It's the first time playing these characters.
I almost called you Lily. That was really cute. Flower.
Hey, Iris. This plane doesn't look like it has any actual real demonic writing on it.
What? Okay.
This looks a little phony.
She looks to Light, and while she's got the photograph in her hand and the gun in the other, and looks at her and goes, "We can't let this thing get away, can we?"
Do not let that emergency door close once it opens. I need
Okay.
somebody focusing on that. That is their only task.
How do you do that?
So don't take down the plane.
You feel like the only way to keep the door open, other than physically pushing it open, is you have to will it to stay open.
Okay, why do we need this door open?
Someone is going to have to really focus on that. Their entire concentration has to be on keeping that door open. They're going to have to will it open.
You go through the...
Ladies, stop being hysterical.
And you go through the door. As you come into first class,
He's so level-headed.
you see shreds of a guy spread all over the place.
My man, pull yourself together. And start piling him onto himself.
Yeah, okay, you pile his organs on him.
Yeah.
His arms aren't anywhere inside. You're not sure where they are.
Well,
But you got a nice little neat little pile of organs
is his head
in him.
still intact?
Yeah.
I
Is
pick
he
up his
still
head.
Carmichael?
Does it speak?
It's
You
just,
take the cockpit.
Is it
All
still
right.
time to sing?
I think that's...
I place the head
I can take them out in the cockpit
onto
now.
my chest and have the rat
There's two
start
people in
blowing air into his vocal cords so he can speak.
I'm going to
Actually,
compel your
take it
trouble
off.
now.
Ooh.
As you see him, not you,
How badly?
her, you see him
Not yet.
take this severed head that's like, he puts it in his chest and like a bellows. He pushes noise through this thing, and his face and stuff are lazily moved by the rats. What do you say through this head?
I'm not saying anything.
Oh,
I'm
you're
trying
just-
to get him to speak. 'Cause
Oh.
he's a lie.
He
Oh,
go,
his vocal cord is
he
so
go, yeah.
loud.
Oh, so you blow air through his vocal cords. He's like,
But it was over there.
Yeah,
Oh.
the
It was
vocal
over
cord
there.
starts to go.
oh yeah, no, the vocal cord, yeah.
I begin
No, it's
searching-
all in first class. So he goes to the corner of first class and gets it. And,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and so he puts it all together, and the vocal cords, all you hear is,
Well, no, sir. We need your assistance.
"Help
Okay, I'm getting some of this.
What,
What
I need you
is-
to make a defense check as bullets pour through economy class through the divider
Oh,
at you.
no. Last thing I expected to happen.
Those bastards.
Bastards.
And what's happening to
Ooh.
me?
You
Defense check, so would that be athletics? Defense or-
athletics, yes.
Athletics. 8.
8. Okay, they shoot. You manage to swoop out of the way as bullets just tear up the area. You take the damage. As he gets out of the way and you're just frozen in place, you're going to take 7 stress.
Oh,
Whoa!
That's
Physical?
a lot of
Physical.
stress.
So you'll mark off your 4 and your 3.
Alright.
And you see, you manage to like, oh, the lady, and yank her out of the way at the last moment. But yeah, she definitely almost got perforated right there. and she's just stunned and frozen.
There's a corpse on this plane.
There's several
How
corpses.
many are on this plane?
Currently, there's 2 corpses on the plane, you think.
Do I get a fate point?
Yes, you get a fate point.
Tally.
Hang on. I haven't said anything in game yet.
Well, can I hear the corpse saying "kill me"?
The head, yeah, the head and
Okay.
yeah.
That's pretty much my job now. All right, Tally. Go sprinkle me over that guy.
Telly comes walking over to you.
Sir or madam, whichever the case may be.
Dribble some of that on the guy, and the dude just you push the head out, and everything melts, and then you notice the body parts over here start melting, and then over there start melting, and the big pile slowly just melts away.
But like a Houdini you are, aren't you?
I try.
You guys hear a lot of movement in Zone 3 as if there's some people there. Yes.
Real quick, I am patching through to every facility. 76A code silver, St. Louis bound. Safety pin in place.
There's a moment of hesitation, and you hear a voice that you don't recognize that says, "How soon?" And you think it's probably like an hour.
A.
Who do you have on board?
Alpha-9.
Which ones?
We've got Darcy, the Collective, Iris.
And at that note, you hear a window shatter. And you look, and Alexander Fox is pulling himself through the window. You recognize this guy. You've all seen him. He's her bodyguard. He wears a hunter green suit with a hunter green tie and black trim everywhere. You have never seen him in action, except for you. And how he got on board, you just don't.
Iris just goes,
And
"Oh my god!"
And he immediately is like, "A little help."
I move to assist.
Yep, you
immediately.
yank him through, and he kind of lands and pulls out a very long knife.
I dust him off. I say, "Well met, sir, but I must attend to my lady." And I go to...
It's Darby right now? Great. And he goes, I had a hard time getting to your area. I apologize it took me this long.
It is what it is.
What? And he turns and he gets ready at the side of the entrance to the economy with his knife out. He does not have a gun.
Be advised, the safety pin is in place.
And the voice on the other side says, "This is 0513. I approve that. If things get hairy, it's been nice working with you, Miss Light."
Thank you, sir.
What kind of shape is she in?
She's not hurt.
Okay.
You got her out of the way in time,
Okay.
but she's stressed out.
Light kind of stiffens up for a minute, and then just kind of falls into her regular state.
Okay.
Is there anyone else in this plane in a lab coat?
You don't know yet.
Just because it's an immediate trigger for Telly.
Right. Nobody
Okay.
within eyesight right
Get the corpses off this plane immediately.
Well, I just took care of one.
Iris is going after Carmichael. So
now. Okay, so as you go to kind of like peek around the corner and like see what's going on inside, you hear a depressurization happen as the jet kind of and kind of ducks a little and comes back up.
With the door not being attached.
That's the door to get into the plane. That is
Right.
not the emergency
No,
door.
I know.
the one
but
that
with that
she crushed
door
in.
Oh, that's
being
right.
crushed in, it can't pressurize.
That's true. So there's no depressurization.
Okay.
You guys are just, it's still a wobbly ride.
This is
You feel
bad.
the door, you see a door start opening. Hold on.
Shit.
So
Coursing substance like smoke and light at once, and yet neither, pours from the gaping maw of an ever-closing emergency door on this Boeing jet. The ever-closing door reveals nothing beyond, but everything inside has changed. The entire plane has taken a red hue. All corpses immediately begin to rise as a voice over the intercom states, "We're approaching the city. We are the voice. We are the one who calls, who sleeps, the vigilant screech and cry, and moan and weep and die. Eden takes you."
Okay. I'm sorry.
It is pure red. You see smoke. It is demonic as fuck in here now, but it's not demonic. It's just, you don't know what this is. But it is whatever thing she was worried about, now it's happening.
Okay.
Immediately, the corpse that has being melted, like it starts sitting up before it just the legs go away. The researcher you crushed earlier sits up and begins speaking in tongues. I need everyone to make a will roll.
And I get my stunt. This body's mine.
Yes,
And I get a
it
plus
definitely
2.
applies to this.
Ooh.
So, I am fighting for what I believe in right now.
Yes, you are.
Spending a fate point.
Yeah.
Go for it. Which aspect are you using?
I am going to utilize 2 warm to the for the foundation's chill.
I love it. Brilliant. Absolutely. Reroll that.
I got a 7.
Oh, that's better.
You're good.
Okay.
That is going to be a 7.
You're good.
4.
Take 1 stress, mental stress.
3.
Take 2 mental stress.
0.
Take 5 mental stress.
Okay.
Those rats got a
Bobby.
headache.
Where's the pencil?
At the sight of that kind of mental stress, there's no way the collective can keep its leadership.
All right, let's re-roll it.
Dobby, no.
Okay, good. Good.
Nothing bad? We don't know yet.
It's not the one.
Okay. All right.
Because this would be a really inopportune
Yeah, this would be
moment.
the bad time.
I'm just gonna write that here. We're out of it. That form collapses and forms up kind of a slight feminine form. Her eyes are kind of darting back and forth. It's like, hey everybody, how we all doing today? Doing a good time? It's lovely in here. It's a lovely shade of red. Hey, I noticed something back in the cockpit. Anyone want to come investigate with me?
You see bullets trail through the door again.
Oh,
And
that's
we're
nice.
going to go ahead and start with our notice, with our notices. So, Iris, you go first.
I'm still looking for Carmichael.
He is in zone 3. He's standing near the door.
I can get to him.
You can, but you also see as you peek out, there appears to be
Darcy, I'll do the door. You deal with these.
you see what looks like a woman. She would appear as kind of like a normal woman if it wasn't for the big sinister grin and the lightning coursing off of her hands. And she looks like she's charging something up. And then she's kind of like reaching out. I guess not my turn. She's reaching out to touch Morris. You notice there's also 2 more snipers that are hiding in zone 4, and there are 3 more of those armored guys in zone 3. On top of this, you see a researcher in zone 3.
Okay.
When your turn comes around, I'll let you know what happens.
Morris.
Morris is standing in zone 3 by the emergency door.
Okay. And the woman with the electricity is about to touch him?
Yes, looks like she's about to touch him on his armor.
Doesn't look threatening, does it?
No.
Okay.
Also to note, the emergency door is wide open. You cannot see anything inside, and Morris is using all of his strength to push it closed.
She's gonna try and incapacitate him.
Okay. How are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna shoot him in the leg.
Go for it.
If I can get this to stand up. There we go. That would be a...
Oh, you're gonna hate
I
this.
believe an 8. Hang on. It might be more.
You're gonna hate this.
Nope, 8.
He is going to spend a fate point on blindly loyal to make his a 7 and only take 1 stress.
Oh god.
They're there, kitty. They're there.
Okay. All right. You wing him in the back of the leg. He doesn't even. He turns back to you and he says, "How long until they betray you again?" And it'll be his turn. He is using his physique to close the door. He makes a little progress, not much. The thaumaturge is going to touch him.
What does that mean?
Nothing good.
He looks way stronger than he did before.
By the way, you could probably erase what a shot because I don't think I'm going to be using this invokes.
The plane's already off the ground.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother those pilots right now.
All right. He looks charged up, like he's going to be a lot stronger for his next turn to shut that door. All right, it is Sophia and the rats. Who wants to go first?
I am putting all my will into keeping that door open.
Roll me a will roll. And you can roll it as lore because you're you.
And I'm going to utilize my, yeah. It's a good thing I am, so that's 6, 7, 7.
The door is rolling to resist you. 7?
Mm-hmm. Do I get any bonus since Clef is aware of what's going on?
No.
Damn.
But he has not stopped talking in your ear this entire time, where it's just like, oh fuck, this is really fucking bad. Way to fucking go. It's just like, it takes stress. It's going to take, you did 5? Yeah.
7.
Okay, you did 7? Yeah. So it does 4. You do 4 stress to it.
Okay.
That for mechanically, this is like a character sheet, but you attack it with your will.
Okay.
And it will defend itself using its own sheet.
I'm sure it will.
So the door, you definitely feel like you made progress.
Okay.
The door is not. He's pushing with everything he's got, and it's not budging right now.
Yeah.
Rats. Okay. Who has knives? Who do I see that has knives?
There are every
Fox.
one of those guys with the big armor suits have knives on their belts and stuff.
Fox has a knife too.
Huh?
Fox has a knife.
Oh, Fox
too.
has a knife in his hand. He's got a big long knife
Who's
in
the
it.
closest to me with the knife?
Fox. He's like, looks at you. He's like, I've got 2 if you want one.
I want all of them. Give me all the knives. Come on.
Oh God.
Come on, do it.
He like spins one to you and then like pulls out the other, and he's like,
you have any more? Come on. Be cool.
This one's mine. But I hear that he points. He like looks over at you like maybe this is something I was to do. He's like, but I think that one, and he points at the first armor guy, has at least 10.
Oh my god!
Iris just
Fox is like, like when you give him that, he's like,
whatever guy is pointing at, like a shark, you see the mound kind of move with one knife.
Go ahead and roll me an attack.
like a narwhal.
Yeah, like whoop.
Kind of like a narwhal. We're gonna like wave knife into him.
Alrighty.
He's got 10 knives. Oh my god! That's so many
I feel like
more.
the straight man in a comedy movie.
I really do. I mean,
Hey now.
goodness gracious.
I'm on this journey with you too.
Right?
5.
5. He's going to roll to defend himself.
That was good. I like.
He takes 2 stress, and you slam him into the wall of the plane. The plane tips from the amount of force you put into him.
Hey,
And
give me a knife.
he just starts.
Hey, shh. And I'm lightly stabbing him.
Yeah, I
But I'm also
Lightly
slightly stab. As much as the rats can stab, they're just kind of taking it and just pushing it against him over and over again. More along, they're just looking for other knives.
Yeah, you find one right away.
I find one, I immediately stab. Any rat that has a knife starts stabbing.
Okay.
And we're all just stabbed, like mass stabbing.
And knowing what's coming, Can I yell something to everybody?
Yes, absolutely.
Everyone brace yourselves, and I'm going to brace myself in the little
Wait,
hallway at the front of the plane.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
It's
Brace
about to get
yourself.
bumpy.
No, I can't. I don't exactly have this.
Buckle in!
Okay, Sophia, it's your turn.
All right, I am keeping my
Oh wait, no,
focus
you
on
will
the
you will
door.
the door. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
Okay, so it's Darcy. It's Darcy or Agatha. Agatha, gain a fate point. You're being compelled. Telly dives through everything for the researcher without any prompt from you, and begins to tear them up.
Yep. Very
She gets an arm and a leg off, and just kind of takes it and like flings them. And as soon as she flings them in the door.
Very good, Telly, I think.
You see feathers coming out of the door now.
No, Telly, vocal cords.
Telly does not listen to you.
Telly,
Snipers.
vocal cords.
Darcy, no, it's you. You are coming to now. You're kind of like snapping yourself out of it. Like, this is madness. This is bad.
I'm going to use not a threat.
Go ahead.
Do a deceive. And this one's going to be too pretty to hit. Oh god. A 5?
I'm getting like shivers.
Oh wait, no, that's a 4.
So
my
not
bad.
good.
Yeah, my
I'm
bad.
confused and I'm bored.
And
No one's explaining anything.
You can't have any of my knives.
I'm just gonna zhuzh my hair and try to walk between the
Later,
seats.
later, Agatha.
into
During
the
story
economy
time.
class.
During story
Okay,
time.
you managed to walk into the economy class. No one has shot at you yet. All right. It is now the snipers.
And I will intently look at the theologist.
They're going to shoot. Nope, they're going to aim. There's 2 of them.
Oh god.
No, we're getting one.
No, I was wrong.
Okay, I was gonna say.
No, oh.
How does scope work?
Oh god.
They didn't roll great.
Yeah, it's you got 5.
And Alexander Fox goes.
Get him.
Let's
Get him.
Go Foxy.
He moves exceptionally faster than you guys expect him to, including you who have sparred him. He was definitely holding back. He goes diving out for Beta Commander.
Do it.
And he hits him, and the 2 slide about a foot before the Beta Commander, clearly is anomalously strong, grabs him by the coat and flings him back into the attended area.
Fuck.
He lands between
Back or front?
the back. So
Okay.
he lands between the snipers, who are like,
Who, Alex?
yeah, Alexander Fox. They're looking at the commander like, what the
fuck
fuck?
did you do that
Why did
for?
you do that?
One
But it
of
looks
them
like he's-
apparently was dating his sister.
That makes it the door's turn.
No.
Everybody make a will roll.
Is this would this be applicable?
Yes.
This one's mine.
Yes.
Oh good, I need it.
This is a 6 you're trying to
Oh no.
Fine.
That's not as bad as mine.
beat. Is it the 1.23 percenter?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Hang on.
What's
I'm
it?
going to definitely spend a fate point on there goes my sheet. Oh goodness. Of Alpha and Omega.
Do it. Oh, I love that. It's a great aspect.
So
got it.
now I got a 4. That's much better.
Okay, you take 2 mental stress.
Okay.
Okay. Pros the roll.
Okay.
If you use a fate point, you can only add +2.
You can also re-roll.
A whole
Toss
blank.
up.
It's usually worth a reroll.
It's a whole blank, but like the thing is that if I did the +2, it'd be 5, not 6.
Well, 1 stress is not much to worry
That's
about.
true. It's not.
It really isn't.
All right, I'll just keep it, and I'll use a fate point to make it 5.
You take 1 stress, so you'll fill up your -1 box now. Okay. What did you roll?
8.
You're good.
Spending a fate point to re-roll, which re-rolls a new mind into the hive.
Let's do it.
Yep.
And I got a 5.
You take one
That's
stress.
actually better.
Mental.
Can't be the same rat twice.
Oh, where's that?
I know.
Was it?
Which one is
I
this?
think.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
um,
I know, right?
so it's
This is stressful.
Okay.
2.
Absolutely.
2
Is what you rolled?
2 is what I rolled. Yes.
You're going to take 4 stress.
Oh.
Mental stress.
Oh, thank you.
Gotcha. So I'm at -7 stress now. Mental.
So that would be your -3 and your -4.
Okay, cool. Gotcha.
I keep getting shivers.
You have 3 left.
Gotcha.
Depending on your
the
stats.
the swarm, the horde, erects itself up, holding the machete deftly in its hand, and says, "Where the wind follows, 2 frogs meet at the lily pad."
Iris, this is the rat you want. This is, for both of you,
Yeah.
this is the
This
rat
is
you want.
Tadashi rat.
This is like the rat you get along with best.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Light just smiles when she hears him.
Okay, let's get started. The door.
No.
Agatha, you are where you are, and Telly is doing what she does, and you are by yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody else sees this. Time seems to slow down for everybody but you, and you see Freddy walk out of the door.
Oh, fuck.
And he looks over at you, and he's like, "Been some time."
You can say that. What do you want?
You know what I want.
You know, I think it would be best if we talk this out very calmly and Telly.
You see Telly turn around and sprint up and stand next to Freddy.
Oh no!
Yes, Telly's right here, Agatha, right where she always should have been, and you are coming with me.
No.
You see the cat statue start lifting and heading towards the door.
Oh my god, no! It smells so bad there.
As you get closer to the door, you see what's inside for the first time. You don't see blackness like you did before. Whatever the most horrifying thing to Agatha is what you see, but worse.
The Gravitron.
It's a paint shaker.
All right. That'll start the next round.
Can I
Iris.
just say, fuck
Yes.
the door? Thank you.
Go
I
ahead.
am going to use the perfect shot. Once prevent, spend a fate point, declare target. Iris already has a picture of that target in her hand, has already thought to take it. The door. I am grabbing Agatha.
Got it. 100%.
All right. I don't think. Do I need to roll to grab her or just
No,
grab her?
Agatha.
No one sees Freddy.
No one sees Freddy. You are just about to go in the door. You are the last few inches of your ultimate fear, and you see a hand coming out in front of you, take you and pull you through a photograph, and you are back in zone 2.
To clarify, I put gloves on.
I was about to say.
Yes, you never took your gloves off.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
You see that Telly is
It's
still
Freddy,
tearing
it's
apart
Freddy.
the first guy.
Iris, it's Freddy. It's Freddy. He's here, and he's here to take me back.
You look around, you don't see
Who
him
is
anymore.
Freddy?
Freddy is SCP 1913-3.
Okay.
The same file as me.
All right.
Telly went with him.
All right, Iris, that is your turn.
Oh!
Morris is going to try to push the door closed. And he is going to burn everything.
No.
Fuck.
You see arcing electricity whip off his back through this machine he's using as the door moves a full foot. And it's about halfway closed now.
What happens if the door closes?
So,
Immediately, as the door gets about halfway, you all hear a chorus of angels speaking in your minds. It is this constant, what starts as pleasant becomes horrifying, becomes almost too much to bear. It's absolutely enveloping you. And the body that's speaking begins to stand up and walk towards the door. All right.
I don't like that.
The thaumaturge is going to charge him up again.
No.
Not as good this time.
Good. Fuck her. Him? Her?
them.
Her. Fuck her. Is she pretty?
To note, you notice now that this washing of mental energy over you does not seem to be affecting any of those guys. Maybe they have something on them.
Bitches.
Something bitches, I tell you.
Yes.
Snatch.
All right, Sophia and the rats. Who's going first?
Orders.
God, yes. So badass.
Orders.
I just point to her.
Don't let them close that door.
Understood. I immediately head towards the dude, closing the door. I swarm over him, intent to just eviscerate him as quickly as I possibly can.
Roll
as
it.
efficiently as I possibly
Sorry,
can.
Go
Carmichael.
for it.
Can I use too pretty to hit on this? Is that a distracting element or can I not?
He is not distracted by that.
Ooh. I'm going to burn a fate point
Sure.
on this to reroll.
Go for it.
So it was -3. Still not great.
Remember, you can continue to burn fate points if you want to add more to your roll.
I'm gonna do it. Okay. This is what he would do then. I have 4 fate points left. I'm going to burn 3 of them to add 6.
Yes.
To the roll.
Tell me the 3 of your invokes. The 3 of your aspects you want to use.
Many is 1.
You can also use it, like, if you wanted to use, like, say for instance, I don't have any location aspects, but I would like if you want to use 2 of yours, 'cause I know some of yours wouldn't apply here.
Yeah.
So
what we'll say for this, if I'm going to use 3 aspects on it, many is 1, obviously. Tadashi feels great shame on the New York incident, but I'm going to have to invoke a new ratocracy after this as well.
I think it's great.
So I'm going to have to roll a new rat. But altogether, that's 12. Burning everything I've got.
He takes a lot.
That's good.
He takes 7 stress. That almost fills up his full stress meter. So his -4, his -3, and his -1 are all filled. You hit him, and you pull him off the door as you guys tumble end over end, and he kind of rolls to his feet looking at the new pile. What does he see?
As the new pile forms itself, all of the rats begin chanting, "I ain't never scared," and start singing Bone Crusher's theme song as they form this hulking mass. What up, motherfucker? What we doing here? What we doing here, bro? I'm taking you outside downtown up ways, man. All the rats start making weird opposing gang signs that they don't really understand.
He's like, he does not
but
look
it's
like he
just a
understands.
hulking mass ready to fight and tear everything apart.
Oh, I miss him already.
Sophia.
I would like to blow my fate point, my final fate point, to add a story element.
Absolutely, let's go for it.
When he swarmed Carmichael, it caught him off guard to the extent that he was clinging to the door, and out of sheer panic, he pulled it back.
Yes,
that foot.
I will 100% allow that.
Nice.
You
Awesome.
Nice.
now you may roll to will the door.
Awesome.
He
job.
as you like grabbed him, he was like trying to push the door closed, and you caught him so quick it actually yanks the door with him.
That's going to be 7.
No damage. It seems to have reacted to the first time you did it. Maybe it's better if different people do it in
Now-
intervals.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You get fate points if your trouble comes into effect.
If you
correct?
compel it,
Any
yes.
of them, honestly.
Okay.
Anything can be compelled.
Anything can be compelled. If
Even your
something
high
really
concept.
bad happens.
Honestly.
How firm is my grasp right now on reality?
Reality's bending all around you.
Okay,
You want to compel it?
I want to compel it.
All right.
Remember the
Here's what
lecture.
happens. Here's what happens. A man you don't recognize walks out of the door.
Oh no!
He comes walking closer, and he's like, "Sophia?" And you remember everything.
Mars?
Oh my god, I thought you were dead. What happened to you? He reaches a hand out. Come on. Come on, I'll take you home. I'll take you home.
Buckle yourself in, Mars. We're in a bad situation.
I need to take you home. I need to take you home.
Somebody else focus on the door.
You are. She's just staring into space.
Okay.
That does not come out.
Okay.
All right. Alrighty. Darcy. Oh no, it's the suits.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, she reaches in to a pocket and just does this.
Tears fall down his eyes. They are blood.
Oh.
And he, yes, you remember. And it is going to be the suit's turn.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Feeling like Commander Morris probably has the rats handled.
Yeah, he's got.
And not seeing Darcy in any capacity whatsoever.
Oh, there.
And not realizing that you are even a combatant, the three of them jump you.
You?
Wait, she grabbed me though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I am unassuming.
The three of them, and then there's two on Fox, right?
No, the snipers are on Fox in
just-
Zone 4.
Gotcha. Okay.
Can.
This is a terrible roll. Hold on. 3.
I could use shoot
You
to
can.
defend.
You got this.
7.
Yeah.
You succeed with style and put a boost on him. What boost do you put on this one? Or you, if you want, you could negate another one's attack as well by doing something with the first one.
I will do that.
Alrighty. What do you do to stop the 2 attacks?
She will take the first one and grapple his arm, pull it back, and then with, I guess, if you see he's got a firearm, pull it around and shoot him in the leg.
Yeah, you activate the guns on his gauntlets. You've seen these before. You've fought Chaos Insurgency before. It kind of it cuts a big swath through the side of the plane, and then it hits the dude's leg and just
And then she rams an elbow into the one she grabbed.
yeah, and he kind of I mean, it hurts your elbow. He's mostly armor, but he's not going to be able to do anything this turn to you. The third one is going to try to grab you again.
And she's also doing this with Agatha.
Yeah, I'm assuming. This one is an 8.
An 8?
Yes.
I can, probably.
You can use me.
That'll be a 7.
All right. You'll take. It is an advantage that he's putting on you.
Okay.
Hold on. Is he shooting at her?
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. 6. It's a 6.
Okay. It's still 1 box.
Okay.
He's grappling. You are grappled.
Okay.
He kind of. You knock down the 2 guys and you turn and he catches you by the throat and just begins to lift you. All right. That makes it Darcy,
I'm
Agatha,
small.
and the snipers.
Ooh.
What would you like to do? Would you like to go first?
Well, I'm kind of in this immediate situation. So
Telly seems to be done with the researcher and is like ready to work again.
Oh, I thought Telly left with Freddy.
When you look around now, you see Telly had never moved and Freddy's not even here.
Oh, Telly, go for it. What's the
The beta commander? Or
The thing attacking me?
Go for the attacking iris.
It like just like the same way Tadashi did. It's just this streak of black, and then
I'm gonna say, should I use long jump?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Alright.
Oh, yep. Sorry.
So plus 2 to athletics.
Go for it. We're gonna treat this like an advantage, basically.
Okay, so that's
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
okay, so
This is probably gonna happen.
that's an 8.
Yeah, you succeed with style. What does she do?
Okay, so I tell her to do the thing, and she just kind of like turns and goes and like just jump lunges and just you're probably gonna fall down too. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
But
That's okay.
Just like
I'm used to it.
jumps on them and just rips their head off.
You can't rip your head off. You're making an advantage. So at this point, you have him by the throat.
Oh,
So-
right, I'm not fighting him. I'm jumping on him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So let's.
Over-
no, that's-
Yeah. So she just tackles him to the ground.
Does
I'm
that mean
sorry.
she's
Oh,
overcoming
you're totally
the grapple?
fine.
I'm so used to ripping people apart.
It's all it's a thing.
Does that negate the grapple?
Yes, his grapple is overcome, and instead a real grapple.
A real one.
I'm a real grapple.
Which is worth 2. As Telly is. What happened?
A real grapple.
Yes.
A real
So
grapple.
Telly is literally straddling him, like crouched down like this with both hands on his throat, going. All right.
I imagine her hands are like the Mountain Oberon style, where it's like.
Yes,
bones on
yeah.
the
You can hear the metal straining on his helmet.
Yeah.
Darcy.
I see her not moving at all, correct?
Yes.
And holding a ring that I've never seen before.
Yes.
You
She just reached into her pocket and pulled it out, staring into nothing.
mean into the door?
She's staring. Yeah, she's staring directly at the door.
All right. Well, I don't know what to do here. Actually, does my presence is it starting to seep into Beta Commander?
You feel like if you were to push hard, you could definitely do some work on him.
I want to do that.
All right, go ahead and roll. Are you trying to make an advantage, or are you trying to hurt him?
I'm trying to force my way into his head.
Okay, we'll treat it as an advantage for now. So you're trying to tunnel away through his mental defenses.
Oh, good.
Let's see what his will is. I don't think it's that great.
Awesome.
It's not.
Oh, good.
5.
Also 5. But
Do you want to burn anything?
I'll burn my last fate point.
All right. Well, on which aspect of yours?
I'm a protective and possessive person, and I want him to love me.
Alrighty. Norris Tunnel.
Going for him.
He kind of whips his head from side to side. Clearly a little like fucked up in the head now.
Good.
Okay, it's the snipers. They both shoot at Fox.
Where's Fox on the initiative?
He is 4.
Okay.
And just to clarify, I do believe Too Pretty to Hit is gone.
Yes, it is.
You are no longer too pretty to hit.
I know.
All right.
Disappointing.
Fox is going to try to defend. He's going to try again. That one didn't work.
Oh.
He takes 3 stress from one of them. So you see a shot blow through one of his arms, and black blood sprays the wall behind him. But he actually has a stunt that does 2 stress to the other one that shoots at him. The guy lifts his gun, and he just pulls the gun down and stabs the dude in the wrist with this big hole in his arm.
Fuck him up!
Go ahead.
Just, does Debutante Will apply to that? So it would actually be 9, not
9.
7.
There you go. All right. It's the door's turn. Everybody roll will.
Quick correction, by the way.
Yes.
Mars is a woman.
Oh, Mars is a woman. I apologize.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I am not a Sophia Light aficionado like you are, so she seems a little messed up.
Yeah.
And this is Will?
This is Will.
4.
4? Okay. You're trying to beat 5.
Oh, good. 6.
I do not.
Good. All right. How much do you take? What did you roll?
Hang on. Oof. Yeah, not good. For Will, that's going to be a 2.
Okay. You're going to take 3 mental stress. Mars walks up to you and touches the side of your face, and your brain burns. But this is feeling more right now. And the blood tears and stuff on her face are gone, and instead she's just back to being herself. All right. Anybody else?
4.
You'll take 1 mental stress.
That's still a new rap.
Okay. All right. Collective.
The facade drops, and then what rises from it, it looks like a gangly teen holding a bass guitar.
Yes! Yes!
Oh no.
And
Bum.
starts gives it 1 strum. As soon as the sound comes out, it is essentially a bunch of rats screaming. It's like, ah!
All right. Collective. As the door opens, despite he is in control in reality.
Okay.
Timmy is in control.
Oh no.
And stepping out of the door is an identical rat pile with Jerry in control. And they kind of float closer to you, kind of like roll closer. And he kind of looks to you, and you notice that a pair of angel wings made of rats pop off its back. And it says, I think if we were going to do the right thing here, Tim, I think maybe we should just go in the door.
I mean, it makes a pretty good point. What do you think, Tim?
Timmy is in full control. In this
he's full
reality,
control?
Timmy's in full control. In real reality, you would imagine that Timmy is currently the one that's being affected by the door, no matter where he's hiding. And Jerry's staring at you. I think it's just smarter we go out the door.
Cowardice of the vermintide.
It's not. I'm not a coward. Look, they have cheese on the other side, and I just think it'd be better for both of us.
Describe their cheese, Jerry. Describe their cheese, Jerry.
It's New York all over again.
I'm gonna roll 2 die.
Okay.
1 for Timmy, 1 for Jerry. Whichever one wins is in control.
Alrighty.
But why?
Because it's fun. Berry drops. All form drops. And all the rats turn towards you.
Shit.
And you hear in a low voice, Vermintide. Timmy Rat is in control.
Alrighty. Start of the order. Iris.
Does that trigger me at all? Hearing
At the
Timmy's...
start, at the end of the door's turn, you snap out of it.
Okay, that's good.
Is that a compulsion?
No, that's the door.
So you don't even get a fate point for that.
That's just the. Well, no, you did let Timmy take control. I'll give you a fate point for that.
Sweet. That's 2.
Iris, you know Timmy's in control.
Can I get to him in time? Can I get to him within those zones within?
You
my
could shoot
turn?
him. You could run to him too. But you don't know how dangerous it'd be to run to Timmy.
I also don't want to shoot any of the other rats.
Shoot
But I
all
have no
rats.
problem shooting Timmy.
Shoot all rats.
You would think it would take one hell of a shot to shoot Timmy out of that crowd.
Exactly.
But who's a better shot than you? And I'll tell you what, I will give you the benefit of an inanimate object because Timmy doesn't feel.
Wow.
I actually agree with this ruling for a reason that we haven't gotten to yet.
Okay.
I agree completely with this
Go
ruling.
ahead, hold Timmy, please. The inanimate object.
Okay.
Timmy.
Technically, yes.
Wait, hold it up so everyone can see.
Okay.
It's a rat. What did you expect it to be?
Yeah, it's got a little squeaker in it.
Do it. Do it. I fucking dare you. Come at me.
So I've got oh shit, there goes my sheet again. I've got thank you. I didn't roll it. I've got a long shot so I can make the attack from where I am.
Yep.
She doesn't say anything, she just lifts the gun to shoot. And that's gonna be so 5, 7.
Roll
9.
athletics as your defense.
Yep.
You're making an advantage, by the way. This is not damage. You're trying to drop the chest.
Yeah, I am.
That's 5.
Okay. You're not going to take any stress. You are, however, going to have an advantage placed against you.
Oh, hey, there's already a team.
Timmy is shot. However you want to decide what that is, that could be... It could be you could show the true nature of yourself now and show that. Or if you want that to be the end of Timmy, that's okay too.
I'm going to spend a fate point, and I'm going to write to you what I'm going to do.
Perfect.
Okay?
I love that.
I don't like that.
That don't sound fun.
Can Darby come out, please? I miss
I'm
Darby.
really stressed out.
Same.
Oh, by the way, last turn, nobody used a will roll on the door, I believe, and
Correct.
the door closed significantly.
Oh, you're supposed to.
One person every round should at least attempt a will roll on the door.
I should have done that.
Well,
You
it
can
makes
try.
sense because nobody knew. I
Yeah,
was
exactly.
taken
Yeah,
out.
exactly. 100%.
I need to.
Yeah.
I tried to look for a reason. But I really want more.
You can go next. Right? You're on next, right?
Am I going next?
Yeah.
Pass that to him, face
The
down.
rats, Agatha.
I'm after rats.
No.
Oh wait,
Sophia.
yeah. Well, Iris.
And then
This
Sue.
whole no.
Timmy explodes. Just instantly. She just like John Wick style, just and Timmy
Heck yeah.
pops.
Sweet.
And then she will go for the door after that.
Okay. You are now in zone 3, heading for the door. All right. That makes it Morris and the Thaumaturge.
Sorry, Timmy just died.
It's a prop.
it's prop. No.
That was Timmy exploding.
Beta Commander Morris Carmichael is going to look at the rat pile, seeing they're distracted and now there's friendly fire going on. He's like, "Fuck that!" And he's going to pull out what looks like a very strange-looking gun made of ceramic.
No. Don't do that.
And I'm
He's
running
going
for
to
the
make an
door.
advantage on Iris. And he gets +2 to advantages meant to cause more pain than damage.
Could she use the tunnel vision? Or more
He
tunnel?
takes the ceramic gun and he points it this way away from you, and he shoots, and bullets come out from behind your legs.
What? That's
So
it.
do I roll to try
This
and
is
avoid
athletics.
it? Okay.
Yeah, and you're trying to get out of the way. You can shoot as well because you're.
It's physical
that's
attacks.
physical
It's
attacks.
physical
This is a gun.
And if she wanted to, could she use Morris tunnel?
That's not good.
Morris tunnel? Because he's distracted.
No, that is strictly for you.
Good.
It is building the path into his brain.
Gotcha. Oh, gotcha.
This is just to make an advantage.
I got a 1.
No.
Well, you feel both of your Achilles tendons get blown to pieces.
Ethan.
And he says, in what sounds like a genuinely pained tone, "Why are you making me do this, Thompson?"
That is like one of my worst fears, legitimately.
Actually, yeah.
Is Achilles tendon things.
Oh, I had someone run over the back of mine
Why
at a
would you
game,
do that?
and they were not the same for years.
All right.
Oh,
You're very thankful of the advanced healing factors that Foundation can give
Yeah,
you.
I bet.
But damn, it's painful. You cannot run, walk, jump. You can only crawl now. And he turns to the thaumaturge. He's like, "Close that door!"
I mean, I imagine she drops me in this scenario.
Yes, you get dropped, and Telly does not catch you, so you just kind of poof into the floor. All right. The thaumaturge grabs a hold of the door and starts pushing on it. As she starts pushing, an angelic being leans out, grabs her, and pulls her in.
Oh, bye.
It looks back at you and just disappears inside. All right.
The fuck was that?
Thaumaturge is gone.
Thanks.
It's Sophia and the rats.
Sophia
Sophia, you snap out of
and
it.
the rats.
Okay.
Stop.
The pile. I'm not going first. I just want to give you the state of the pile.
No, go ahead.
Pile kind of rears back and is like, "Oh, what's going on? What happens to the door? It opens, closes. I don't know what's going on."
Focus on that door and keep it open.
What happens? What happens?
Keep it open!
Are you going to roll to keep the door open?
I'm just giving state of the pile.
Okay, go ahead.
I am going to basically launch and dive, jump,
Into the
chair
door.
to chair to get to that door.
Okay, you get to the door.
And I'm going to physically pull on it.
Roll your lore.
Oh,
You feel your strength augmented as Alto goes, "All right, on 3. 1, 2, fucking come on!"
Yes! That is gonna be, and, let me see, hang on one second. No, that's for,
What is
okay,
it?
here's a question.
Sure.
Fighting for what I believe in gives me a +2 to will.
I will give it to you.
That's a 10.
I'll roll to 6.
A gasp.
The the door takes its first consequence.
Yo!
Yeah!
First consequence!
Holy fuck.
Don't
What
use
kind-
Mars
what kind of
against me.
What kind of consequence do we get to do?
It's a mild consequence called Willed Open. And now, so you guys know, when you inflict a consequence on somebody, there's an automatic free invoke attached to that consequence. So for the next person who attempts to will the door open, you get a free +2.
Nice.
Rats, it's your turn.
The rats, seeming shaken, turn to you and ask, what happens? What happens with the door?
Just keep it open
I
right
need
now.
to know what happens with the door.
Bad things.
What bad things?
Really bad demonic
world
things.
end?
It is a world-ending consequence.
Yes.
Excellent. I attack you.
Fucking Jerry, Timmy!
You are 100% certain you shot Timmy. There's no way that can be Timmy, but it is.
Fullen. I attack her.
Alrighty. Roll your defense.
Oh my gosh.
I've never felt so much spite for a rat.
I'm gonna fucking throw this rat through the door.
First time.
Wow.
Says the cat.
I'm at 7.
7. Take 6 physical stress.
We are
Okay,
attempting-
explain what happens to me when I've taken 8 physical stress.
So your physical stress boxes are out, right?
Yeah.
Whatever the leftover is, you have to take the 2, the 4, and the 6. That's the amount that can soak for your consequences.
Yeah, because I took 2 physical stress earlier.
Oh, okay.
So
that +6.
So you're 2 over.
Yeah.
Or
So
1.
So that's a mild consequence?
that would be a
Okay.
mild consequence. So what do you want your mild consequence to be?
Oh god.
You know what? Timmy, what do you want her mild
Oh
consequence?
my gosh.
don't ask him. He's a psychopath.
Timmy,
Timmy.
having never lost control,
I had to do it.
2 rats by your ears whisper, "We are the swarm. There is no Timmy rat. Timmy is the swarm." And as they do, they start biting at your wrists.
Yep.
And they start going for ways to
Can I
inflict
make a
on
suggestion?
joints. Sure.
They go for the left wrist.
Oh yeah.
Okay. They start attacking your left wrist
It's exceptionally painful.
Mm-hmm.
and do everything in their power to get you to close the door and end the world.
If you are listening on headphones, please remove your headphones now.
Oh god.
Adjust your volume accordingly.
Here it comes.
Awesome. That's
That-
great.
That was loud.
It's the suit's turns.
Fuck, they're still here?
One of
Oh yeah, that's right. They're here. It's not just us attacking each other.
Right. What a concept.
the one that you
Wow,
shot
look
the
at what we've been
legs
doing
of.
This whole time.
The one you shot the legs of feels himself getting sucked out through the hole you made in the plane behind him. He makes a
Yep.
desperate grab at Agatha to drag her with him.
No!
It is a 6
Wait.
on physique to try to. It's the one that she shot in the leg, not the one Telly's holding.
Is he wearing gloves?
You know what? One of his gloves were blown off in the shot. So
right.
he will say, if you spend a fate point,
All right.
one of the fingers is blown off, and he's like, and he snatches the cat statue, and as he snatches the cat statue, you see his finger start dissolving, and he's like, and he gets sucked out the side of the ship,
But not with Agatha.
Out
Not
the
with
main
Agatha.
door
Not
or
with
the
Agatha.
emergency door.
out the
Because
hole
they
in the
didn't
bottom of
touch
the
me
airplane
with
she
the
shot.
ball,
Okay.
So there's nothing grabbing me anymore.
Yes, so that's exactly it.
Like it was like I was in his hand and then I wasn't.
The next one.
Works every time.
The next one gets up and makes a break for the door to try to close it.
Works 60% of the time.
He goes
100%
running
of the
over
time.
and he grabs the door with both of his mechanical hands and starts, and he's making progress.
And who was that?
This is one of the suits, one of the big anomalous suits. Darcy Agatha.
Go for it.
Alright, so from where I am lying on
Yeah,
the
the
ground.
other one,
what
by the
can I
way,
see?
well, you see Telly still gripping the other one, the last of the suit guys who can't move because she's literally strangling him.
Move the door closed.
Okay.
You could,
Can I see the
no,
door?
you can see the door from where you're laying on the floor.
Open.
I
Not
see that,
closed.
I see
Look,
that. No,
look, I'm stressed.
I see
Okay,
that.
Timmy's
There is
around
an issue.
again.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Even though it's against my personal better judgment, I'm gonna tell Telly, open the door.
And she fucking roll physique.
Roll physique.
Or yeah, physique or athletics, either or anything. Fight would also work.
Okay, I'll do fight.
Fucking cold cocks the guy opening it or closing
Make
it.
sure I have something.
What'd you roll?
3 minuses and a blank.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So that's a
So
1,
That's a 1.
and then we're gonna cut both of real grappler to make it a 5.
Oh, okay.
And she
Hit him with
takes the body and flings it through the same hole the other one went through, and then sprints over the chairs and grabs the door and starts like ignoring the other dude trying to close it as she's willing it open, and the guy's like, ah! And it's like,
Amazing.
Darcy,
do I think
you by the way, she gets the door further open.
You're Telly.
do I think I can make Morris mine now with the tunnel? How
You
about
could
bird
make
moving
a attack roll against him,
Okay.
but you feel like there are other targets in here that you could like full blown mind control,
Oh yeah, I guess she is.
like the other suit on the door, for
Perfect.
instance, or the snipers in the back.
That is an interesting question. Is he one person right now? Since he is the
He's an
sworn.
entity, yes. He is one entity currently.
When does Fox go?
Fox.
4.
Oh, you're right. Did
He's
he?
not
No,
on
he
there.
did. He did. No, he didn't go.
No.
That's right.
Hit
Tell-
Morris.
He's
I'm
gonna
just,
hit.
I'm just saying, there's rats all over me.
That's true.
And he is my bodyguard. Just gonna throw that out there.
He's going to use his once per day,
Yo!
which is your once per day for my other tabletop.
Yo, really?
He takes out the first sniper.
Yo. Oh, this is exciting.
He takes out the second sniper.
Holy shit.
He literally is just like, and then walks out of the room straight for you as blood pours across the walls behind him, and the two guys fall over.
Mhm.
And then he draws the knife
Alexander fucking Fox.
Love me some Foxy!
on you. That is a 9.
That's a 5 for me.
All right, you'll take 4 physical stress as he is just whichever one of you is the talking one. He keeps splitting in half every time a new one speaks. You're like, nobody can be this fast.
It is enough physical stress that I would have to spend a fate point to maintain Timmy, which I will do. That is
Alrighty.
my last fate point.
Okay, you maintain Timmy. That is ballin' as fuck. I'm very proud of you right now. It is the sniper's turn, but the snipers don't have a turn.
Hold on.
Really proud of you.
I haven't done nothing.
Oh, right.
So
Darcy,
now it is
Darcy,
the door.
Darcy,
I haven't
Darcy.
Oh,
done nothing.
you haven't done nothing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I
I'm gonna.
want
write
to
down that I
try
got
to
4 of
use my once a day to wiggle my way all the way into Morris's brain and make him love me.
Go for it.
All right.
Roll that beautiful bean
Okay.
footage.
All right.
No, I think.
Oh, that's perfect.
I don't. I do
So
not
that's a
cheat.
+4.
Yeah, that's what.
Plus 4, and then
That's-
plus
That's-
3, plus whatever your rapport, plus any of your stats. I think Debutante's Will does apply here.
Okay, good. So that's 2. So that's 5. So that's
No,
10.
I'm good. I'm good.
That's
I'm good.
14.
He's yours.
Hello, Morris. It's so good for you to finally love me. Now we're gonna open that door. Do you understand?
Yes, I do understand.
I'm so sorry, Iris.
It's the door's turn. Iris. Everybody's rolling against 4 mental stress.
Okay.
Oh.
Everybody is?
Everybody is.
And I +2.
Iris.
4.
Everything. So basically, just take the amount of stress that's the difference between 4 and whatever you roll.
0.
So you'll take 3 stress. You won't take anything. You won't take anything.
Whatever you rolled. Okay, so I'll take 2 stress.
2 mental stress.
But what if I already have the 2 checks?
You can put it in like the 3.
Oh, 2 and the 3. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, so like you basically, if like say for instance you only have the -4 box, but you only took 1 stress, you have to put it in the -4.
They took it.
Oh, so if I already had one
communal
mental stress
pencil.
and I rolled a 3, I would have to put it in the 2.
Yes.
Oh, and it takes off both.
No, if one's taken off, it's taken off. So now you have to choose a different box.
Like I have the 1, but if
If
I
you took
use
3,
the 1,
you could put either 1 in the 3, or you could put 1 in the 2 and then 1 in the 3. So you would probably want to put it in the 3.
okay.
Because like you have to cover the full amount that you take with the
Gotcha.
boxes you have.
Oh, gotcha.
So
That got British.
the door is open.
I rolled 10. What do I do?
You get a boost, and we will say the next time the mental stress hits, you don't have to roll. You don't take it.
Nice.
Okay, so the door is open. You see a long black blade stick out of it.
No.
As Abel slowly walks out and looks back at you. Hi again, Iris.
Do we see that?
No.
Okay, good.
What's wrong? You seem nervous. You remembering all your friends, everyone you ever knew, dead at my hand. You know, only one of you really got away. One. I'm looking right at her. How's my brother doing? You seem so fond of him. I'm gonna cut what's left of you so you can watch what I do to him. And he jumps at you.
Can we just address the fact that when Ethan gets quiet, it's creepy?
And he gets the crazy eyes.
Uh-huh.
I hate the crazy eyes.
Ow.
7.
22.
Jesus.
22?
Yeah, that's Abel.
Yeah.
He rams it through your chest, rips it through the side. You feel blood fill your lungs as he holds you up, and he says, I changed my mind. And he splits your head in half.
No.
You wake up. You're ready. It's top of the order, and it's you!
I'm sorry.
I want to compel of Alpha and Omega. She can't do anything this round.
You skip this turn and gain a fate point.
Just falls to her knees.
You into brand new trauma.
Yeah.
Good one, Tiger Rises.
All right. It's Morris and Fox.
He's gonna open the door.
Morris walks straight over to the door, no hesitation, and starts pulling the door open. Fox goes after you again.
As well he should.
That is 8.
Unlikely that I'm gonna beat this.
You got, oh wait, why am I cheering for you?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
4.
4. You will take 4 physical stress.
Gotcha.
Does this swap you?
I don't have fate points, so yes, this may swap me.
Let's go ahead and see.
Fucking finally.
Only 1s and 2s can like land on the same thing, so I could re-invoke to me. I do not. Hold up.
Whoa,
I think this is the one you were asking for.
No,
right?
I think it was 17.
No, this is the right one.
Oh, it is?
Hold up.
Uh-oh.
It is?
Yeah. Hold up 1 second.
I
There
was
it
hoping
is.
for this one.
All right.
I'm so excited.
The rats immediately come off. I seem to have lost myself there for a few moments. I apologize profusely. These orders were not taken under my administration. As the new head rat, I hereby proclaim this door stays open.
Would you like to roll?
Is there anything I can do to like give him a fate point right now?
I'll give him one. Have one. Fox rears back to stab again. He's like,
Sir, you are serving your country admirably. Don't you dare take anything back.
don't write any open top cards, okay? And he puts it back in his coat.
I get the reference, sir. You're a cracker jack, you are.
Okay.
Abel 1 minute. Kennedy right the neck. This is Fake Core, ladies and gentlemen.
Core SCP.
Okay, so it is now
He has
Sophia, the rats, and the suits.
All right. Well, the door seems to be handled well. I'm going for the cockpit.
Okay, you head for
Running up that aisle and kicking the door open.
Are you still in touch with Alto? It's like, can I kick it? Can I kick it? As you're getting closer, can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it? What's that? And like, the door fucking blows through the windshield of the plane.
Does it suck the pilots?
One does.
Oh,
Boom! Because this is still pressurized because of its being locked
Not
up.
anymore.
So one of the pilots flings out the door or out the window, and you see him like against one of the wings as he flies off.
Damn, I was aiming for the jet.
And the other one looks up at you and he's like,
Land. Now.
I don't know how.
Get out of the way! And I am invoking. I gotta see the wording. Crap, where is it? This one.
Why are you using your gloves?
As you are up here now and this swirl of energy is going around in here, you look out the window and you see St. Louis beneath you.
Jack of all stations at the Foundation.
Yes!
I am steering this plane back
Roll
to
that
where
lore.
he came from.
Roll that lore. The pilot is not fighting you.
Jack of all stations of the Foundation.
Oh, yeah.
I love that aspect.
So that's gonna be.
Is it above 2?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
That's a 7.
You are in complete control of this plane. You
All
never
right.
thought those lessons would ever come in good for you, but here you are.
All right, Alto. You owe me $20.
He lurches the plane's controls to the left a little bit just to kind of fuck with you. What was that? 20 bucks? How about
Let's not do that right now.
10 bucks maybe? 10 bucks maybe?
Fine, 10.
10 bucks it is. 10 bucks you owe me next time you see me. Good. Glad we made this little deal.
Fuck you, Alto. Cloud.
Yeah, I catch that enough. The pilot's like, who are you talking to?
Don't worry about it.
He's got his hands up. All right. It is the rats.
I felt great shame over the previous administration. I'd like to make repercussions right now.
Because you are an entity of multiple beings, roll at opening the door with your will at +4, whatever your base is.
Sweet.
Yo.
Because you have a lot of willpower in that pile of rats.
That's
I'm
so
glad I
cool.
didn't.
Oh, wow.
Damn, he
Plus
does.
2 plus, so that's 10.
I was this
I'm
close to
gonna roll
making him
defense.
love me.
I'm just,
Oh, and you get +2 from the consequence willed open. So it's
that'd be
12.
12 then.
Yo.
That's hot.
12 minus 7.
That's 5.
You fill both of its last consequences. It doesn't take it out yet.
Mhm.
Moderate, we will call. What should we call it? What's a Kennedy themed?
Tear that door down.
Ask
Oh, wait,
not
that's Reagan.
what your
Reagan.
door can do.
Yes!
The Maryland portal.
Oh my God! That's not what your door can do for you.
And the Maryland portal.
And the last one is the Maryland portal. Now there are 2 invokes floating on this for the next
I'm just
2
kind of
consequences.
holding it up with like one arm and just saying, yeah, you can see what we can get accomplished when we work as one being moving forward. Just saying, I turn to you and say, for future references, let's just, keep this hush between you and me. Okay,
She's still probably a bit of a blubbering mess on the floor right now.
yeah, you're having problems.
Okay.
She's got some
Yeah.
shit she's
Okay,
got to work
so it is
through.
now the last suit's turn. He kind of looks and sees like, wow, everybody's fucked, and for some reason Morris is helping them. And he runs over to Morris, and he reaches onto his belt, and he pulls a pair of what looks like crystalline red scissors. And he is going to steal Morris's once per day. He stabs himself in the heart and tugs it around like this,
Oh, God.
and a full chunk of flesh falls out of his chest.
Ugh.
An angelic creature steps through the door, and everyone is forced to stand still. Everyone gain a fate point.
Well, welcome to my world.
Am I forced to
everybody.
stand still?
No, if you're in the cockpit, you are not affected.
Awesome. Do I still
Same
get
old,
fate
same
point?
old.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I guess I'm just stop rolling around.
Yeah. You see Telly frozen at the door.
Okay. I'm
Um,
gonna assume my cat back up.
and so, okay. It walks up to this guy who's there, and you see his beating heart still in his chest.
Oh, don't do that.
She
Don't.
reaches in, puts her hand in his chest, and turns into like this energy and flows into him. You see his ribs explode outward like spikes through his side, and they grow larger, making a weird pair of wings from his mid-body up. He uses the last of his movement and jumps out one of the windows.
Morris does?
No, the suit.
Oh, the suit jumps up.
I
The
just
crystalline
gained wings.
scissors, however, fall to the floor.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
If you look out the windows, you can see his big wings like gliding him out.
We're
Ugh.
banking, by the way.
I assume you might hit him with the plane, but we'll see.
Oh, maybe I'll hit with the jet this time.
So-
the turbine.
That is the suit's turn. It is Darcy Agatha. As a matter of fact, I think he was the last combatant, other than the guy, the pilot. So we are out of combat. It's kind of it's still red in here.
Are there any corpses in here?
Probably.
Oh, the snipers.
Yes, the snipers. You can hear chanting from the back room. Everybody roll mental defense.
Can I hear him?
You can hear him.
What do you use for
But these are not as this isn't as strong as the door, just so you know. Oh, don't even worry, it's a 0.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
don't worry.
I got a 9.
What?
I
No.
got a 9. I don't like
Negative?
that sound.
It's oh wait, hang on. It's a 0. So
You're fine.
okay.
You hear the chanting, it kind of messes with y'all's head for a second. Do you guys want to, as a group, try to will the door open?
Well, half of me goes to you and like tries like a chair of rats, props you up back on your feet and says, "Look at that, straight shooter. You got to get yourself back in the game here. Hey, look. Words were exchanged, actions happened, but we as a community must move forward with forgiveness. I forgive you."
She goes to smack the rat aside and tries to will the door open.
I want everybody to roll a will roll at once. And I will apply both of these to your total. We are going to apply the total towards this.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry, everybody.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, what is your total?
0.
0,
2.
2, 7,
6.
11, 4, 15.
Yeah, 15.
Yes.
So
Fox is
she's still
also going
she's still a little out of it.
So will Morris.
Oh, that's right. Well, there's one more. And Fox got man, I'll reroll. I don't remember what I rolled. That's 2. But it is enough.
Yeah, okay.
The door you hear this final like as the hinges stick, and all at once that red smoky awfulness is gone. All the voices are gone. The corpses in the back are gone. They're not there anymore. And the door leads to outside.
Hold on.
Cold silver neutralized.
Knew we could count on you, Alpha-9.
Iris,
Thank you, Council.
if there's anything you want to say to Morris, you should do it fast.
Why?
He's gone. His brain is gone. I used my last resort to get him to stop fighting us, and now
Telly picks you up, by the way.
in a couple hours his brain will be no more, and he will be just a body.
I had to do it.
Why?
You saw what he did to all of our friends. I didn't believe in the Foundation anymore. You fucked us! You fucked us!
Now
They
calm
fucked
down.
both of us! Why did you do this? Why did you join them again?
Because we're giving a shit.
I gave a shit. They needed to know. They needed to know they were wrong. They needed to know. This was the way.
Oh, and this was your plan.
They
You're
didn't-
no better than them then.
I'm
And you
different.
know it.
I'm different than them. They didn't send a 14-year-old girl with us. How do you sleep at night, Iris? Huh? You sleep well? Or do you think about the black knives I do? Huh? I'm lucky I found Darcy. The first person in the Foundation who ever truly loved me. Everybody else just wanted to use me. And they're using you.
You're wrong.
Am I? Am I? Or are you just saying that so you feel better? Think about them all.
I did, and that's why we turned this plane around.
Yeah? You think this is what Beats would want?
Does she look visibly in pain? Like,
She looks
from this.
emotionally-
That one stung.
I have to.
And
I'm invoking my trouble.
Oh, you're compelling it?
I'm delicate,
I
and I
am.
can't take this anymore. So I'm gonna turn to him and say, "I've never loved you," and turn it off.
He falls down comatose.
Strap his body in place over the intercom.
I lift the body, strap it in.
All right. It is
Carmichael.
I'm sorry, Iris.
It's fine.
As
It is
the-
what it is.
As the plane lands back at Site 76, you see Alto standing there in a very, very, very tight black suit with a motorcycle helmet, and Adam's behind him trying not to laugh at him as she keeps tilting her head, looking at his ass, going, "Oh no, no." Your plane, you touch down. It's an effortless landing for you. You step out. The bodies are still there, but there's cleanup detail going on.
I need you to make sure to take Carmichael's body in for examination.
Yeah, I'll do it. Hey, not for nothing or whatever, but y'all did all right. And he takes the body. He's like, "Try not to stare too much, Light. I know it's a lot."
Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
How are you not splitting that?
Oh man, it must be anomalous. And
That is an American ass right there.
That's America's ass.
as he led off, that night, you're all kind of like mellowing out. You've gone through dozens of debriefings with lots of different people.
I avoid Iris.
You're all kind of sitting now in the same area. I guess you're there with them, just kind of checking on them all because you've all been through a rough time. And in walks Jack Garden through the door. He's like wearing an SCP Foundation outfit. He's like, "How do I look?"
Dapper. How did you get that?
Lame.
Who are you? Do we recognize him?
You recognize him
He's
as the
the guy-
wispy being from the beginning.
Okay.
He's
I
like,
didn't know if we would be able to recognize him.
I'm just not a fan of the uniforms here.
Ready for that library now.
"Let's go."
There was promises of cheese.
And he tosses you a whole thing of Gouda.
Ah, good man, good man.
Should have been American.
He
I was gonna say.
reaches down into his pocket and he pulls out like a metal tube that has a light bulb on top. It's kind of this weird thing. He takes a glass of water.
My suit is no longer engaged to Clef.
I assume.
Yeah.
And he's going to dip it in water. It starts to glow blue, and everyone disappears. And that is where we are going to end tonight's one shot.
Hey. To Mr. Ethan Monsoon.
That was a
Ethan.
damn
Excellent.
fine game, sir.
Thank
Oh.
you so
Yes,
much.
yes.
Remember, everybody, please check out the SCP Wiki. It's full of incredible stuff. Especially check out the Resurrection Canon. It's the nearest and dearest to my heart. It's fantastic. I thank you so much for being patient with all the issues we've had tonight and all the great stuff we have. I seriously have the best table on earth. And I'm so happy we had Ray Berry here. Thank you again for guest starring as
It's
always.
an honor. Always.
And I've waited so long to say this. Be excellent to each other, and may you always roll with advantage. Thank you, everybody.